Hey y'all. Hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in, please. And get comfortable. Hit the like button. Hit it. I just wanted to say, hey, I'm in my blanket. I ain't got on no eyelashes. So y'all know I'm not staying on camera. Nope. Y'all know I'm not about to stay on camera. But I wanted to say, hey, I ain't got no lashes on. I'm in my blanket. I'm by the fireplace in my favorite recliner. Because there's some things that I gotta say tonight that I want to be completely comfortable for. Mm-hmm. I want it to be completely comfortable to say some of the things that need to be said tonight. So y'all come on in, get comfortable, hit the like button. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, seasons, greetings, okay, all that good stuff. Come on in, come on in. Like I said, y'all know the camera's going off. You know your girl is not on. Well, hell, I ain't never camera ready, honestly. I just don't be caring. I don't. No. But y'all come on in and get comfortable. Let me get ready to greet everyone who's here. I'm grateful that you all are here. And don't worry, we still gonna have a laugh or two if we can. It's a little bit of dragging gonna go on tonight. Mhm. Smidge. Just like this much. This much. Just a little bit of dragging. A little bit. So I wanted to pop that camera on and say, hey, show my face before I get to doing this work that gotta be done. This good work. This everlasting work that has to go on tonight. So I apologize in advance for how this thing about to go. Because in the words of Tina Turner, y'all know we don't do nothing nice and easy, honey. It's about to get rough. So y'all hit the like button, get comfortable, throw your like number in the chat. Let me greet who's here, and then let's get down to it. I got my notebook ready. I got my blanket. The fireplace is going. I'm comfy. And because we got to talk about some things that ain't so comfortable. Hey Leah, not number 488. I know that's right, girl. We claiming it. We claiming it. Okay. Hey, is this Akua? Say I'm that girl. I know that's right. I like that name change, girl. I still know it's you, sis, and I love you. Thank you for being like number one. All right. You gonna set your alarm for 2:10. I know that's right. Hey, Trina Taylor, how you doing? Trina hit it the same time as you, girl. Carden Designs, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being like number 4. Kenya 330, thank you for being like number 5. Debbie Garcia, hey girl, thank you for being like number 3. I love you bunches. Hey Vita from Denver, y'all snowing? I know that's right. Jackie Gaines number 6, I appreciate you. We love you. Vita says she number 10, y'all. Thank you, girl. Hey Miss Thelma, how are you? The beautiful Bianca Edwards is in the house and asking y'all to please hit that like button, okay? Because a good time is about to be had by all. All right. Hey, Fresh Strawberries, how you doing? Good to see you. We love you. We so glad to have you. We are. I think I speak for everybody when I say that. My good sis just tagged me on the phone, so she watching. We got Jackie Gaines in the house. Hey, sis. Lel up in here. I know you and DS gonna run that reflection corner properly this evening. Shani is number 15, and I love it. Queen of Hearts KS clocked in at the same time. Maybelline Reynolds in the house. Hey, girl, thank you for being number 14. Angela Davis jumped in with Shani and Queen of Hearts KS. I love it. I love it. Hey, Ray Ann. Thank you so much for being like number 18. We love you. We glad we got you, baby. We are. Miss Gardner 57. Hey, sis, number 19. I love it. I love it. Listen, you know I got it. All the facts, all the figures. And just a smidge and a dragon tonight. Just a smidge. Hey, Yolanda Franklin, how you doing? So good to see you. God's anointed daughter is in the house. And I love it. Dr. J 1913 was my first support of the entire evening. She sent me a cash out before I could even get live. Now that's support. That's support. Can't nobody you let me tell you something. When you support somebody before they even get the chance to go live, that means you really rock with that person. And I love Dr. J for that. I love you, sis. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Allie from Miami. Hey, girl. Thank you for being like number 21. Okay, we glad you're here. Ashley in the house. Hey, girl. Thank you for being number 23. We appreciate you. Auntie Eva, we glad you made it. All right, all right. Dr. J. That's my girl. I love you so much. You just don't know. Brown Style in the house. Hey, girl. You happy to be here. We happy you here with us. Like, we just glad you here. Hey, Vet, all the way from Birmingham, UK. My good sis. Thank you for being like number 25. We got Dialogue Sisters in the house. Hey, love. How are you? Cool Gamer is in the building. What's cracking? Glad to see you. Miss Sparkle is here, y'all. This is our resident Mary Kay lady. We got some wonderful things coming up after Christmas with her. She gonna rock with us real hard after Christmas. Dana Brown in the house, like number 33. DS is here, the other half of the Reflection Corner Committee. Thank you, sis, for being like number 33. Hey, Lady T. Okay. Carrie Amuneke, sis. Thank you for being like number 40, honey. I love it. Angela Nichols, how you doing, sister? It's so good to see you. Yeah, well, email me, call me, text me. I'm easy to find. You see all my info be scrolling. And I respond. Everybody who has spoken to me will tell you, if you reach me on inbox, email, anything, I'm gonna reach back. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna give you my number and say call. Because y'all know I ain't good with messaging. I be sewing and stuff while I'm talking. Brandon Martin, hey, love. Thank you for being number 42. Edwin Pena in the house. We love you. We glad you're here, baby. Glad to see you. Let me make sure I got everybody because I'm ready to run my mouth. Okay. Hey, Jazzy. What's up? Yeah, they pissed me off tonight, Jazzy. I'm so glad you understand. That's why I love y'all. Y'all understand me. Hey, Randa Deepa. Oh, thank you. My sis said I don't need no lashes. Most beautiful. Keep the camera on. You're so sweet. Listen, y'all make a girl feel good. Let me tell you something. I could feel like an old washed up dish rag, and y'all gonna show me some love and make me feel like I'm Diane Carroll. Okay, happy to be happy that you like number 46, and I'm glad you made it. Tia Baller in the house. What's up, sis? Thank you for being 47. Okay, the beautiful and gorgeous Nisi Rose is in the house, the Ghanaian bombshell herself. Delightful by design. Hey, sis. Good to see you. Good to see you. Child, look. Let me make sure. I think I done got everybody. Ian Rose and slid up in here. Hey, boo, how you doing? Thank you for being 47. Catherine Bennett is 55. We got us a Deborah in the house. Deborah Randall. We had Debbie Garcia. Now we got Deborah Randall. Y'all know once the Deborah show up, it is legal to talk housewives. So it's going down. Sharon Scott is number 60. We glad to see you. We love you. My good sis Leslie. Hey, girl, I was looking for you in the family meeting. You doing Secret Santa this year? Where you was at? You know, we have a meeting or something, and I don't see Leslie. I be like, where is Leslie? Hey, Duke Girl 44, what's cracking? Good to see you. All right. Christina, girl, I like how you spell your name. What a pretty picture. Listen, all the pretty girls be coming over here to kick it with us, okay? Apparently, this is Pretty Girl headquarters, okay? Whether you have 20 pearls or not, you're welcome on this porch, especially if your face card is not declined, okay? Edwin, what you say? Let me get your comment before I get cracking. Thank God I was studying for finals today and couldn't watch the episode. I feel this review gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but I gotta do some dragging. Christina, thank you for being like number 74. And Duke Girl, thank you for being like number 72. Okay, she was saying how I get the number. I bet you figured that thing out, girl. You hit that button and you seen your number and slid it up in there. Okay, so look, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Y'all, I'm gonna give you the review. I got my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. And I'm gonna keep it straight. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened, how it happened, and straight no chaser. But I'm telling you, I have a lot to say about what I witnessed on this show. Hey, D Marie, what's going on, baby? Glad to see you, honey. Oh, you gonna know what happened tonight because I'm gonna give it to you. Vita, I did eat. Thank you for checking on me. Vita, always make sure I ate something. I appreciate you, Vita. So listen. This situation on this show It's disgusting. This situation on this show has gotten completely out of hand and disgusting. Hey, Lil Mackie, what's going on, babe? It had me hot too. They're working to ruin Wendy's character, and they've been trying to push the xenophobia for a long time on this show, and they proved what they were trying to do tonight. Yeah, it was definitely disgusting. And Nisi, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how much more of this I can take either. It has gone from I feel like it has truly, baby. I wish you could pour me a bourbon too. Matter of fact, I think I might drink some of my Irish whiskey tonight. I think that's what I might do. Okay, you say you couldn't watch it after the first few minutes you were out. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. Now y'all know I said last week multiple times, if you don't want West African women on your shows, stop inviting them. Stop inviting them. Period. Because what I witnessed tonight was some of the most disgusting. It was one of the most disgusting efforts that they have made to push this xenophobic narrative. It was so horrible. And y'all know I'm a person, and some of you do and some of you don't. Y'all know I have a lot of Pan-African ideals. And I'm a very Pan-African person as far as my ideals, my mindset. I believe that we all are different branches from the same tree, same roots. And I feel like in order for us to truly be enriched, it's going to be together. It'll never be separate. So it was rough for me to sit there and watch these non-Black trash buckets push this xenophobic effort against this black woman, this African woman, beautiful African woman, and her family, including her mother, and have this tap dancing Tom, this raccoonish mongoose creature, to sit there and assist them in their efforts to push garbage. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you the review, but I want y'all to give me a little bit of grace this evening. Hey, Nicaise, I want y'all to give me a little bit of grace and have a little mercy on me, because it's gonna be some things that's probably gonna slide up out your sister mouth tonight that is not normally indicative of how I would necessarily address things. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell y'all that up front. Hey, Nicaise, how you doing, baby? Hey, Miss Kaiser Sose. Thank you for being like number 81. I love you. I'm glad you're here. Brandon, what you say? It was a disgusting lynching. That's exactly what they tried to do. It was horrible to watch. It was hard to watch because why the hell are y'all that dedicated in trying to damage this one Black woman? Couture Bay, there's my gorgeous niece. Thank you for being like number 82. Like when I say I'm disgusted, I'm beyond disgusted. And I'm really trying to hold it together because, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Do y'all mind if I talk a little bit before I do this? Because I had somebody tell me I talk too much. Yeah, Tia Balla, it was horrible. It was horrible. Shannon say, Rings, you meet this lady 2 minutes ago, and because she's a lawyer, you believe everything she say. Right, like lawyers don't lie. Hello. Lil Mackie said they need to make some serious cash changes for season 9. 4 women need to go at the end of this season. Robin, Ashley, Mia, and Nneka have to go ASAP. They need to. But I feel like they're not going to, because Bravo is proving that while we want your Black viewership, we have no problem insulting Black women in African culture. We don't have a problem doing it. Yes, Dana Brown, it was a mess. How you doing? Hey, Linda V. What's up, sis? Hood Star, thank you for being like number 84. I appreciate you. Say she was doing the most, but I'm about done with this show. Me too. Hey, MJ. Y'all say I can speak my mind a little bit? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for y'all allowing me that brevity, because I feel like I can't always tell a joke. Y'all know I'm good with a joke. Hey, Italia, what a beautiful picture. Yes. But sometimes I can't joke about stuff. Say the witch will never get pregnant treating people like that. She sure won't. She sure won't. MJ, thank you for being number 87. Let me say this. Let me get this off my chest, okay? Since y'all say I can talk, I'm going to go and get this off my chest. First of all, one of the reasons why I keep trying to hold it together and continue to review this show and other Bravo shows, even though they are clearly racist, they are clearly pushing white supremacy, is because there are too many people giving commentary on this particular platform, and yes, I do mean YouTube, who participate in the xenophobic and racist and colorist and white supremacist Olympics. And what's unfortunate is that a lot of the commentators who do this are also Black people. They're also African descendant people right here in the US, and they will sit here and regurgitate and repeat the ignorance that is coming out of the mouth of these, I almost said something real ugly, God forgive me, of these harlots. And they think it's funny, and they laugh and they kiki and they pander to the lowest version of us. They pander to the most disgusting, most ignorant demographic or subset of our community. There are certain people in our community that feed off of the ignorance. And some people, in the effort to have clicks and views, and some of them just because they are legitimately that ignorant, they will go on their platforms, they regurgitate mess, they say things that are harmful, not only to that particular Black woman and her family, but they're harmful to Black people as a collective. And they do so with no conscience, no limits. They have no bottom. There's no depth that they will not descend to. And they pander to that low vibrational, low subset of our own people. They look like us, but they do not speak for us. So I feel as though, even though this kind of thing incenses me, it is beyond annoying. It is abhorrent. Hey, DT, I love you, baby. It is abhorrent. It is beyond disgusting. It is beyond disgusting. It is beyond egregious. It is atrocious. It is truly atrocious. So I can tell you that I know I'll be able to get a joke in here or there, because y'all know that's who I am. I'm going to tell a joke if I can't do nothing. But I'm telling you, there were moments watching this episode that had me so incensed and so triggered that I could have thrown my television. This truly is the type of behavior that is being put on the platform. This is the type of behavior that sets back everything that a lot of us who have been in the community working to bridge and build those gaps, and build those bridges. It sets back all the work that we've done over the last 20, 30, 40 years, trying to rebuild the rift that was put there artificially, mechanically, by not only chattel slavery, but also colonial attempts throughout the world by our open enemies. Like, let's just call it what it is. This was one of the most disgusting things that I have ever witnessed in my life. And I grew up in the South. It's hard to show me something that shocks me. This shocked me to my core. I knew they were disgusting, but I didn't know they would go this low. So I'm going to go ahead and do the review, but I had to go and speak my mind as to how this truly affected me and why I continue to subject myself to this level of filth, because I don't have Stockholm syndrome. I don't have the urge to subject myself to self-harm from oppressors and their lapdogs. I'm merely putting myself through this torture because I feel like there needs to be at least one responsible voice that is giving social commentary on this reality TV network and their shows that include Black castmates. Because it looks like to me there's a whole lot of other commentators who are not responsible. They have no atom of decency when it comes time to repeat garbage and push garbage narratives. So I will remain, and I will continue to try and sit through this, but that's why. Just so you know, that's why. Okay, because y'all know I don't play the crap. Even when I let people up, y'all know I don't allow anybody to engage in any xenophobia, any anti-blackness, any anti-black womanness. There will be no misogynoir. There will be none of that garbage on my platform ever. Ever. Not only will I not do it, I will not allow anyone to even do it in my chat. But there are some people who allow that, and that's cool. But I feel like there has to be somebody who's willing to say that is inappropriate, that ain't cool, and let's talk about why. Okay. KK say, I no longer watch RHOP. I only listen to reviews, and you are always on point with your reviews. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. So let me get to the review. I'm going to get to the review. Whew. Y'all, pray for me here. Say a prayer for your sister. So we start off this episode with them going to some tacky boutique shop. It looks real cheap, and like I saw a lot of cotton, a lot of them twins polyester up in there. Okay, Hood starts saying, I gotta stand on business. Is this standing on business? Okay, all right. I like that. Okay, I can't do it like T.I., but I can only do it like Nitra. So Ashley came in there with the tail far ball cap on. I don't know who put that weave with them clip-ins in her head. They need to go. It was dry, bunched up, and she had it tucked up under that cap, trying to hide the fact that it wasn't done. But girl, we seen that. We seen it. Had on her little camo pants. Mia showed up, and her camo looked like a jacket dress situation that she had on. Gizelle came with her old lady sweater. They doing a bunch of tacky shopping. Excited to go to Austin. They were excited to go, or so they pretended. Hey, Brittany Janae. And they did the confessionals. We got to hear from everybody. It seemed like nobody was really excited to go on this trip. Wendy was like, well, maybe it'll be something nice because the pickleball wasn't nothing. And Karen was like, I don't know, it might be something. But the general consensus is nobody's excited to go anywhere. And I think that's because we have a clear line of demarcation, like I told y'all before. We got Team A, Team B. Okay, Team A and Team B, and the line is in the sand. So I'm not surprised that nobody was excited to go on a trip with these heifers. How could you be excited to go on a trip with them when half of y'all don't speak to each other? Or if you do, it's tongue in cheek type stuff, like that. So they're in there buying them tacky clothes and talking about Karen. Oh, Karen been drinking, and they kind of laughed that off. And Gizelle brings up Neka's lies, of course. And she's like, I don't feel like Neka would just come to us in this group and just make up a lie like that. And I'm sitting there like, how can you say what you don't feel she'll do? You don't know her. You don't know that girl from Adam's house cat. So how the hell you know what she do? What you do know is that you hate Wendy Osefo so much that you perfectly comfortable with anybody telling a lie. I feel like personally, if somebody came and said Wendy was an alien from Omicron Persei 8 and she was on Futurama on the third season, she gonna believe that too. It don't matter what lie told, she gonna believe it. Okay, because that's just what that is. So, and then Ashley, this is why I say Ashley's a piece of trash. Okay. Wait a minute, I had to look at this one. Brandon said, Nitra, I don't know if you like camouflage, but as soon as I saw that jacket on Mia, I could see you slaying the hell out of that jacket. It was cute. I don't even like Mia. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't slay that until I took some scissors and a sewing machine to it. That ain't quite, you got to do a little bit more for me to be okay with it. I wasn't on board with that one, but it was all right. It wasn't bad. It needed something. It wasn't giving much, but it was okay. But I can dig that. I see where you're going with it. So anyway, Ashley talking about, well, I didn't just dismiss it because of how she delivered it. So I didn't just dismiss it. It's not true because of how she. What do you mean how she delivered it? Because she yelled and called a lady a female dog. That's how she delivered it. I was real confused, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So then, that's when we get Gizelle. And I'm gonna get to Wendy and Eddie because I know they like to cut back and forth. I don't know why they do that. I think it's messy, but whatever. So then we get Gizelle talking about she called Jamal and Jamal say that's real. And I'm sitting here like, by the time you calling Jamal, you know, Rem Pimp Daddy for a moral compass, or whatever, I feel like you've already fallen way too far, baby. There's no saving you. J Mall is your moral compass. Okay, girl, I got you. Mia talking about, see, I like Nick because she's smart. Ooh, child. Ooh, chale. Then they went to laugh at Mia and Gizelle up there mocking Ike, talking about some, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Or however they put it, acting like it was cute that he was getting ghetto and wanting to fight. I'm like, since when is getting ghetto something we should be proud about or whatever? Hey, Callie Nola, you say that this show scared you as a black person. It didn't scare me. It pissed me off. Hey, Quiet Storm 87, what up, sis? What happened to your crown? Thank you for being like number 103. Don't tell me they done stole your crown. Y'all know how they do. Watch them. Don't let them steal your crown. Yeah, she called J Mall child and sitting up there acting like it was cute that Ike was trying to be ghetto and wanting to fight with Eddie. And then Gizelle talking about that Wendy know what her mama doing, and Wendy and Eddie and her mama is all working together for evil. And I was just, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Yes, girl, the Futurama. The Futurama. Y'all know I love me some cartoons now. Y'all know I love me a cartoon. Dr. J said Rings need to take her fake person and go home. Girl, you clocked that? Because I did. I didn't want to call out, but since you said it, yeah, slow Mia once again. I like her because she's smart. Okay. All right, girl, if you say so. So then let's talk about Wendy and Eddie. So Wendy's there with her peach ensemble. It was cute little, sweatshirt situation or whatever. Hey E Davis. So you could tell it was a dress down day or whatever. She was real cute. She had herself put together. I could really dig it or whatever. And her and Eddie came in and sat down. They getting their food, getting their drinks, getting their sliders and stuff, and they chilling. And they went to talking about the craziness at the pickleball. And Wendy made a very good point. She made an extremely good point, and that this girl clearly came with agenda because the only time she pipe up is when it's time to talk about Wendy. And we saw it again at the end of the episode. The minute something got to do with Wendy, she got to get all loud and ignorant and go to waving her neck around. And she probably shouldn't do that. She probably shouldn't. Okay. I already told you she looked like Ricky Tikki Tavi, but I'm gonna let that go. Edwin say Ashley Darby gotta go. No matter how many times she shed her skin, she'll always be a snake. Baby, they only shed their skin so they can become a bigger snake. Now that's just biology. LEL said, I knew I wasn't crazy. That Birkin fake as a $6 bill. You know that hoe ain't got no Birkin. Now y'all know. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. You know she ain't working at a Birkin. She ain't doing none of that. So Eddie was trying to ask her, like, well, how the hell did it go left? Like, how did that even happen? And she was trying to, production showed the clip or whatever. She told him or whatever. We all lived it. I don't want to relive it. Then they went to talking about the trip and him asking, like, y'all not getting along, so how that's gonna work. I think Wendy was gonna be fine, and I still think Wendy's fine. So then we get the next scene with Mongoose and Mohawk. Okay. NECA and Ike. Okay, so when you hear me say Mongoose and Mohawk, y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. Don't play crazy. Okay, so Mongoose and Mohawk go to the doctor's appointment. Now, this heifer here, I think we got us another meal, y'all. I do. I believe we got us another one that likes to lie about her age, which I'm not shocked. Girl, if you sit up and tell them kind of lies on a woman that you really don't know, lying about your age ain't much of a shock to me. Now, I'm going to just say that. It didn't shock me too bad. Because she said she's 35 and she talking about the cultural expectation of her to be married at 35 and not married, but to be pregnant within a year of being married. And I was like, but hold on, Mongoose. When did your family become traditional? When did your family become culturally traditional? Don't Ezubike got a whole baby in the he married a girl at all, didn't pay her bride price or nothing. So y'all can't even claim that child. That little baby is with his mama, and he don't even have your family last name. How traditional can you be when you're comfortable calling your elder age? National television, international television. Girl, when did you become culturally traditional? Girl, get the hell out of here. Only thing traditional about you is your name. That'll be all. That'll be all. But moving right along. So she up in there talking about they want to her to have a baby early and she done waited and now she's 35 and having a hard time getting a baby. And they go like, I told you so. And I'm like, girl, who cares? And you see the clip of somebody telling her, Ike gonna leave you if you don't get no baby. That ain't the way I heard. I heard that your daddy got the money and you know, he living off your people money. So he clearly ain't going nowhere. It's giving me another talker. Where the hell he going? Where the hell he going? Where him going, Naka? He ain't finna leave you, girl. That's why he been with you that long. Then he messed around and let it step in the doctor's office. You from emo state. You're from emo? Oh, it figures. Now we see why you ghetto. You know you ghetto. You ghetto. You know you ghetto. Now we understand. Now it started making a little more sense. I'ma just let that go. I'ma let that go. Yeah. You from emo is giving a worry. It's giving a worry. I'ma shut up though. I ain't gonna talk about people or whatever. I'm from Florida. They say bad stuff about us too. But I'm just saying, we know about y'all. Okay? Hey, Keisha. So I'm sick and tired of colorism against the light skins on this show. The fan base is colorist. They attack every single light skinned woman on the cast due to jealousy. Only what? Girl, welcome here. Welcome. I can tell you, the only thing I can tell you is that nobody on this porch is jealous of those. Not one of them look good enough for anybody jealous of. Not one of them have a lifestyle that anyone is envious of. Not any of that. But I can promise you, if you come over here, we're gonna call them out and we're gonna drag them a country mile for their colorism, for their nastiness, for their lies, for their divisiveness, and for the fact that they're non-black and attacking black women. We're going to do that every single day. And if that makes you uncomfortable, I want to warn you ahead of time. Now, you're welcome to stay. I got to warn you. Girl, why would anybody be jealous of Gizelle? Now, Keisha, you pretty. Let me tell you something, baby. It's more of a chance of them ladies being jealous of you. Did you take a good look at Gizelle, sugar? Did you? I don't even know how pretty. I don't even know if you know how pretty you are. But baby, they would be jealous of you before they'll be jealous of Gizelle. Gizelle sitting up there, she got jowls, a double chin, and I believe I saw cellulite on the side of her face. Do you know how hard it is to get cellulite on the side of your face? Ain't nobody just ankles. Nobody, sugar. No, baby. When it comes to Gizelle is just, she's a walking joke. The jokes write themselves. I don't even have to drag her no more because it's too easy. It's lazy work. It's lazy work. Now that's just what it is. We can't do it. No, Candace ain't weaponizing her skin against that heifer. Candace is calling out the mess. That's all. She calling it out. Ain't nobody gonna let her slide because she was in the back of the line when God was passing out color. Ain't nobody finna let her slide for that. Yeah, nobody care about her color, baby. You a liar, you a colorist, you fake as hell, you full of crap, and you always attacking people. That's why she getting drugged. DT say, who would be jealous of Gizelle who look like a bunch of toe jam? They look like old spoiled milk, look like clabbered milk. Yolanda say, nobody ain't jealous of gizzard, neck, gankles, and cobbles. Baby, you better say it. You better say it. Neck sitting up there, folded up like a bagpipe. Child, bye. Debbie Garcia. All right, congratulations on your 15 months. Yes, hey, we got to tell the truth around here. Ain't nobody can do no lying and no signifying. No substance. Useless. She was pretty when you was young, baby. Pretty fades and stupid is forever. Forever, ever. Southern Charm say Ashley got the body of a boy. Gizelle look rough and used up, and Robin looked like a man. Who just child? And don't forget Mia sitting there looking like she washed her face with number 10 sandpaper. Baby, how? At all. At all, sugar. Say, ladies, I'm brown skin myself, but how they cook, I never seen it cook. I don't know how you missed it, baby. I don't, but we caught it. We clocked it. Understand that we clocked it. Trina say, child, them clear jeans that the neck has is making her look old, and that skin is like crepe paper. Yeah, it's giving crepe paper. Ain't nothing cute about this situation no more. Quiet Storm, sis, congratulations on your 8 months. Oh, they make you do extra work your crown. I told you they be stealing y'all crowns. Rings, looks, hating. The best thing about it is the daughters. Let's say it again. Mm-hmm. The best thing about it is the daughters. You said that. Now that's a mouthful. Mm-hmm. KK, what's wrong with these people that continue to take up for Gizelle? Listen, KK, sometimes people really don't, and we have to be patient when some of our people don't see what's happening, because I was talking with Peanut earlier, my big baby, and I told her I'm a part of the conscious community, have been for many, many moons. I hate to admit how long, because y'all mess around and figure out how old I am. But I remember a time when it wasn't this many people who were aware or clocking what's really happening in the world. So we have to allow people to catch up at whatever rate they catch on to what's happening. Because if you look back at your own life, it's going to always be a time when you didn't catch on the stuff. There was a time when I didn't catch on the stuff. It's a long time, but everybody don't catch things when, okay? Everybody don't catch things when it happens. So it's cool, I like the little sisters in the woods, you know what I'm saying? So let people, catch when they catch. As long as we all blend and keep it above board, people will start to peep stuff. The more you around people that peep, you'll peep stuff. You know what I mean? That makes sense, right? Now, so that's Mongoose and Mohawk at the doctor. So did y'all catch those of y'all who watched? They was over there getting tested for fertility. They was getting tested for fertility because Mongoose is having a hard time getting pregnant. Yes, she over there taking prenatal vitamins with champagne in the morning, but Miss Thing is having a hard time getting a pregnant. While they doing the testing and whatnot, come to find out, Mr. Mohawk himself, that man said he got a low volume of sperm. I say not the low volume of the sperm. Not the low volume spermatozoa. Why? Why do we have low volume spermatozoa? And you putting on pants that be too tight and showing your ankles and stuff. Look like you need to warm your ankles up. And maybe stop paying them young girls for relations. Save that up for your wife. Send it to Ike. I'm just saying. Now what you say, boo? Too much Nigerian nonsense on it. No, it's not. It's giving an American show that's being xenophobic and being very anti-African. We want to get rid of that. All we got to do is get rid of the hottest lion. That would be Mongoose Naka. Get rid of Gizelle and Ashley and Robert, because they pushing it. Now that's how you get rid of that nonsense, because it's not Nigerian nonsense. It's anti-African attitudes and xenophobia. Now that's what we got going on, because Wendy been on that show and we haven't had any of this. And shout out to our family from everywhere in West Africa. I don't care if you from Nigeria, if you from Ghana, if you from Cameroon. I don't care if you from Central Africa, if you from Congo, Gabon, if you from Cote d'Ivoire, if you from South Africa, if you from Zim. Shout out to everybody. Because if we gonna keep it real, there's too many sisters in America that's from West Africa, Central Africa, for us to have housewife shows with Black people in areas where there's a high population of Black immigrants from other countries and not have them included. Because I don't hear y'all making those statements when we talking about the Real Housewives of Miami, and you ain't got not one native Floridian Black girl on that show, but you got people that speaking everything on the Taco Bell menu. I don't hear none of that. So we're not doing that either. We ain't gonna do that either. Which is why I don't get why he was happy prancing around in the office. Yeah, what you prancing around for? The doctor told him, yeah, you can still get somebody pregnant, but you got a low volume, baby. You got a whole low volume. Brandon said the way Dr. Moore was cruising Ike made Ike so excited he had the moonwalk. Baby, Brandon, you correct. Because to me, it looked like he was flirting with Ike. He looked like he was flirting with Ike. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hold on. Hold on. My sisters done sent love, so let me say something. My good sis Leslie. Oh, she sent me a cash app. She said, exhale, sis. I'm trying, girl. They trying my sis. They doing it to me. I didn't mean to take it like that, but they doing it to me. Miss Nisa sent me a cash app. Thanks, sis. Let me send you a heart back too. I appreciate the support, y'all. Y'all been all that. But yeah, Brandon, I caught that. They was flirting. Yeah, he tried to act like he didn't hear it, but heard it. I bet people were looking at them two wide-shouldered gentlemen walking down the girl. Them two big brolic fellas. Them two big brolic gentlemen, honey. Oh yes, Robert and Mia. We ain't got that far. You're so crazy. You so crazy. Y'all, I'm trying to keep up with these comments. Y'all saying everything. Debbie saying, I was disgusted with the first few minutes and with the end of them attacking Wendy. I can't watch anymore. Q for super chat says, I understand. It was too much. Dialogue said they wasn't worried about the low count. What doctor they going to? Child, because the doctor tell you, even if you got low volume, he didn't say he had low, you know what I'm saying? You could still get somebody pregnant, but he don't have to do it some more. I said they got to do it some more. Hey, Clyde. Well, did I see Emma? Yes, I did. Hey, Emma. Yes, girl, it's very sad. Y'all know I love me some Emma because she got my mama name. Yes, girl. Shooting all over the college campus, baby. All over the place. He need to be saving that up for Mongoose, don't he? Do you think he on stress, girl? He could be. You know they say steroids give them baby nuts now. Hey, Tony Booth. Italian. So went from colorism to xenophobia, child of foolishness, writes itself. Yes, it does. Kai say, I'm listening and sipping. I missed the episode. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. I do too. Tony, thank you for being like number 112. I caught that. What up, Brooke L? Say maybe that's why he had on them sweatpants that showed his business. He was trying to let the testicles breathe. Yeah, that might have been what he was doing, trying to let them boys build up or something. I don't know. You know what's crazy? I'm with you, Emma. I believe that they're desperately trying to get Wendy and Candace off the show, but all they're really doing is solidifying sensible black women against everybody else on that cast. Because we see what y'all doing, and it's not cute. Lel said maybe Naka could borrow some from the girls on the campus. He's allegedly dumping it in. Ooh, now that's one way to get it, girl. I guess you got to get it how you live. Or maybe if he get one of them girls pregnant, she could just adopt the baby. That'll be simple. Hey, melanated energy. Say, because I was raised in Harlem, I was amazed at the amount of people on social media was still asleep. I thought the movie Malcolm would have at least raised an eyebrow. Child, we still got sleeping people. We still got to be patient with them. They'll catch up. They will catch up. Yes, the mongoose. Okay, everybody who got another device, Google Ricky Tikki Tavi and tell me she don't look like that mongoose. And I'm gonna wait here. Brandon say, yes, ma'am, I did. That's probably why Nika snapped at Ike after the doc left the room. Yeah, she snapped at him talking about stop talking. Just stop talking while he up there playing at her. What you being nasty for, girl? Why you mad, Nika? Because the doctor was cruising your man. Okay. He was cruising your man and your man started speeding. Is that what it was? Because y'all saw what I showed y'all the people were saying after she paid that Instablog Nigeria to put that post up. And them boys went to talking about your husband's on the DL and the DL boys know about your man. Baby, just like you paid them to put it up, I bet you paid them to take it down too. So anyway, we get Mia and Gordon. Now, I was on Twitter and seeing what the people had to say during this scene. A lot of people were saying that when Mia and Gordon scene came up, that a lot of them went to the bathroom. A lot of them went to go cook something. They went to go, find something to do. There ain't nobody really want to see this scene, but I'm gonna still tell y'all what happened because it's the right thing to do. Okay, it's the right thing to do. Okay. So it was interesting. She talking about she was nervous before they went inside. Okay, my new baby's back. So I don't agree with the American Housewives should be for Black American women. We should ask Real Housewives the Legos, do they have Black American women on it, keeping the same energy? Yeah, right after they tell the Cuban women to get off Miami, then we can discuss saying that African women can't be on Housewives of Potomac. Because if they live in Potomac, they shouldn't be barred from the show because they weren't born in the US. Like, and that don't even track because Nneka was born in the US. She might be a mongoose, but she was born right here in the US. So what are we saying? Like, that's when your xenophobia has gone too deep. That's when you have to like really, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not picking you out, but I want you to really stop and think about what you're saying. Ask yourself, have you ever had that feeling about the Housewives of Miami? Did you ever feel like, dang, why they got Cuban women on there? Why is it not only American people on there? And if you didn't feel that way about them, ask yourself, do I have any internalized, anti-African sentiment? Do I have any internalized self-hatred? Why do I feel that way only about the Black women? Like, just ask yourself some real questions. That's all. Exactly. You don't know the Osu stuff, which is why they shouldn't be discussing it, because that ain't got nothing to do with Housewives. Quiet Storm 87 say, show dang on do look like Ricky Tikki Tavi twin. I told you that thing looked like Ricky Tikki Tavi. Look just like Ricky Tikki Tavi. Catherine say, sure did. My stew was done. You went and checked your stew. You checked your stew. Yes, Couture Bay, it's very wild. It's very wild. Tony Booth say, what they live in Potomac. The show is not Real Housewives of Black America. It's Real Housewives of Potomac. Tony Booth, I love you. I love you, Tony Booth. I do. I love you. I do. Y'all keep it good nature. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. As long as y'all keep it good nature, we gonna do it just like that. Hey, DB. Yeah, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. That's for real. So look, they sitting up here. She talking about she nervous. He talking about I'm finna get my butt chewed up. It was funny to watch them going into this fake counseling session or whatever, because Gordon entering this session like he think it's real. It's like Gordon was the only one that didn't know this was for real. Gordon is the only one who didn't know this was for real. She up here talking about she nervous. You nervous because you knew you was finna go in here and pull a snow job on that dude. You knew you was finna go in this office and pretend like and pretend like you wanted to save your marriage. Girl, you know you wasn't trying to save no marriage. Wait. Hold on. Don't get too rough. Don't be too rough. Yes, that's true, but that is not the only group or demographic that's represented in that area, honey. That's what we're trying to tell you. We're not ignorant about our history, and I know you don't know, and I didn't give my disclaimer tonight. Y'all keep the comments light. We talking about the people on the screen, not each other, okay? Keep it cool. But yeah, that's not the only thing that's represented there. It's not. It's not. Like, you have Housewives of Atlanta, and half of them heifers ain't even from Atlanta. You got Kenya Moore, Miss Ghetto Detroit, that was living in LA and moved to Atlanta to get on the show. So when you have a show in an area, it's going to represent, it's going to be a cross section of who is in that area. And fortunately, there is a demographic of African people in that area. So, and let me say this too, they have every right to be there. When we start talking about African people in this country, let me be clear, because y'all know this porch is never going to welcome any form of xenophobia. Let me be clear. They have every right to be here. If we're talking about the fact this country who brings in Ukrainians, give them jobs, give them money, give them stipends. You have immigrants coming from the south border of this country illegally and giving money, stipends, private schools, places to stay, and better accommodations than hardworking American people who pay taxes. If they can come in from Cuba, if they can bring them in from Afghanistan, you will not tell me that black people from the same continent where they brought in stolen Africans to build this piss pot of a country, that the people that you actually stole humans from to build this place don't have a right to be here and be represented in an area that's pushing it. That's where to me, that's where the xenophobia goes off the rails. That's when it goes off the rails. Okay? And let me help you again. I got time tonight. I hope y'all don't mind. And it's not about us writing for a woman. I can tell you're new. We're talking about what they're doing being harmful to black people as a whole. And as far as her mother bleached herself, Wendy is not her mother's mother. Mama Susan is her mama, not the other way around. So there's nothing that we can do to Wendy because her mother chose to bleach. And someone choosing to bleach, my darling, my precious, precious Keisha, that is a result and a symptom of colorism. Ask yourself why darker women may feel the need to bleach, why they would feel like that's something necessary to do. What are you talking about? We ain't shooting ourselves, baby. What it is, it appears that you're not able to not make it personal about the people who are talking. So now I'm going to speak to you personally. I think what's going on is you lack the depth to maybe grasp all of the nuances of the conversation. So it's probably best that we keep the comments on the people on the screen. It's probably best because you clearly are lost when it comes to this conversation. And I'm not being funny. I'm being real. Right. Robert lives in Wally World. Right. Talk about that. What Nanka did is disgusting. And the fact that Bravo is pushing this is pushing white supremacy and racism 155%. Amara Grace TV, what's up? Say, honestly, as a Nigerian, Nanka has made this show disgusting. Like now I'm just watching clips. I can dig it. I can dig it. Baby, we not coming for you. You on my porch. I'm educating you. If you're that uncomfortable, baby, I'm sorry. But you can't just say certain things here and I not correct you. I have to. She said that Nanka has made the show disgusting. Amara is not agreeing with anything that you just said, because you just said that those women don't have a right to be there because they're not foundational Black American or ADOS. And that's inappropriate and that's not nice. Cherry Scott said you need a paycheck for these lessons. Hey, I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to be real. It's free. Hey, give me shelter. So I had a conversation with my 8-year-old niece that went better. At this point, this girl is being willfully ignorant. Ooh, give me shelter. Be nice. So remember, there were some slaves that were so traumatized they didn't want to be free. Hello. And that's real. I can dig it. Y'all exercise patience. Exercise patience. Angela Nichols says, so are these the same folks holding Ashley Bridgewater accountable for what her mama did? They ain't holding Sister Underbridge. They're not holding Ashley accountable for none of that crack Sister Underbridge smoked. None of it. Couture Bay say, I don't watch the show and it's not good. It's too much. It is. It is. It is. Y'all be nice in them comments. Don't y'all get rough. Because I know how y'all can do. Hey, don't y'all get rough. So back to Mia. And say, can you explain what FBA is foundational Black Americans? Meaning born, raised generations here. Some people say that they were, some people believe that they are the original natives or what have you. And I share some of that sentiment to a certain degree, but that's again another one of those heavily nuanced conversations that you just can't have in a couple of minutes. Yes, RHOP is a job. Yes, it is, Tony. It is a job. Hey, Magaline. Hey, girl. You late, but you ain't that late. You here. We love you. Mo Better say this is a good convo, though. This is the show's goal to pit us against each other, literally. That's exactly what they're doing. This is a colonizer technique. When they've been caught stealing, their best effort to get away with it is to pit the natives and indigenous people against each other. They would rather us fight with each other than to hold them accountable for their garbage. That is why I will be on this porch after every single show, every single Sunday, holding their feet to the fire and telling it like it doggone is, because we will not lose sight with straw man arguments about bleach or whose wig was what. We're going to talk about what you did, how you did it, and why you did it, your motives, and why you're trash. And we're going to do it every single Sunday. Kenya said, I don't watch the show. Last season was enough. It was horrible. But I'm going to sit here and point out their xenophobia, their anti-African attitudes, their anti-Black woman attitudes every time they do it. Tony Booth says, so basically on that young lady's logic, when someone is African, they shouldn't be able to get a job amongst Black Americans. Basically. And that's inappropriate. And we're never going to support that. Amara said, it's Mia trying to come up with some BS on why she was filing divorce, talking about he should stay at home. Like, girl, be for real. Baby, we gonna get into it. Auntie Eva, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Sister, a tip for your trouble. I appreciate it. Because listen, I feel like Michael Jackson. We're working day and night over here. Angela said, the lighter you are, the more support you get for being nasty and evil. You better say it again. Okay. So she in there talking about, things changed and he's working too much and DT behave. Things changed and he working too much and it's creating tension and we started arguing and she pulled her childhood. Mia good for being the victim. Like she is little orphan Annie on every set. Anything go on, little orphan Annie. Y'all, she pulled little orphan Annie out again. I grew up in abusive situations, abusive environment, and I didn't want my children to grow up in that kind of environment because we started arguing. And that's why I had retained a divorce attorney. Gordon sitting up in there, y'all, the whole time, like this is for real. Gordon talking about, I didn't even realize it had got that bad. That's why I wanted to find out, I wanted to pay attention. Gordon was thinking, Gordon's so silly. He was thinking this girl really was trying to save that marriage. He was there like, let me do whatever I need to do to save my marriage. Gordon, you can't save that. She don't want you, baby. She don't want you. And I saw people that felt bad for Gordon, and I didn't. Gordon is a fool. You was cheating on your first wife with this girl. Baby, anything they'll do with you, they will do to you. That don't just go for women, they go for men too. Hey, Nadine, thank you for being like number 122, baby. Yeah, she talking about he too focused on work and he giving real answers because he really thought this was a real marriage, baby. You went and got you a sack chaser that you can hunch on the beach in public in Miami while you were still married. Sir, Grandpa G, I thought you was a player. Player. Now you trying to save the marriage. Baby, ain't no saving this, sir. I don't feel bad for that fool at all. Talking about I was trying to get us to a certain level financially so that, so her and the kids would be okay, even if something happened to me. Like, it sound good, Gordon, but that girl wasn't here for that. Not a chair across her back. For what? She supposed to be getting to the money, DT. Now, I don't like Mia nor her sandpaper face, but that girl got a right to get to the money. Say he got her for her looks. She got him for the money. His money gone. She gone. I know that's right, Keisha. I know that's right, baby. Now the girl came in looking for the money. Now the money gone and she's still looking for the money. Now he just ain't the one with it. So when she find the money with somebody else, that's where she gonna land. Okay, button, who got the button? Now it was funny to me. Gordon was in there dead serious, y'all. He talking about he got these goals and she tried to do the fake crying after talking about the shareholders voted him out and the company got sold and the lawyer held some money back in escrow, and then he quit answering their phone calls, and they basically reported him. He got disbarred, and then he offed himself. Y'all know the S word, the ends and I. He did that. And she basically talking about she felt betrayed by his family and this and that. Now I leave it to me to keep putting 20 on 10. Yes, Southern Charm, go ahead and get his just desserts. I don't feel sorry for Gordon, but she got to put 20 on 10. How the hell you feel betrayed by his family? They wasn't your family. You knew them people ain't like you. And the people said, well, and you confirmed that you didn't want they children working at the businesses and stuff. Of course they was gonna try to get you. Y'all was going tit for tat and they got you. Lord, not a purchase from Thoughts of Russ. Y'all is rough on the girl. Delightful say Gordon is played out according to Mia. Yeah, the money gone. Okay. Now the song say after the love is gone. She say after the funds is gone. Oh, oh, oh. After the funds is gone. Hit it, Mia. Okay. How could you lead me on? She said, let me know the money gone so we could just leave. Baby, we're not doing that. We're not engaging in no ignorance tonight. That lady is not practicing any voodoo. Voodoo is a religion, not witchcraft. Witchcraft is witchcraft. Voodoo is a religion. We do not do ignorance on the porch, and that ain't no knock. That's just real. Rochelle, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. She says, thank you for all you do. Thank you for the support and the love. I love y'all right back. Debbie Garcia, thank you for the super chat. Say all them babies Eddie and Wendy have. That's why they coming for them. Yep, all them babies. Yeah, because Wendy apparently is fertile as the Napa Valley over there. She just pop them out. Yes, yes. All of them perfect too, just perfectly put together. I mean, lovely little children. Nieces say, I thought Mia was gonna lose her bowels trying to squeeze out some tears. Baby, she was straining so hard to get them tears out, and nothing came. Nothing. I was thinking, well, maybe she could get one out, but she was straining Niecy. At one point, I think she popped one of them blackheads on her face or something. Yes. DT, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She's young. Allow her to learn. DV say so now RHOP recycling storylines, Mia's story similar to RHOP. Girl, don't you start me, because I said y'all really gonna get the same storyline. This what we gonna do. We getting the same storyline. Y'all ain't even gonna try to tweak it a little bit. Nothing. Oh, child. But they tried it. So she claimed she didn't agree with him going after the people for his money. He was supposed to leave the money and not get the money. And child, I don't know. Talking about she didn't agree with it. And I think no matter what I say, that he's still gonna go after the money. And I said, oh God, girl, shut up. You know you want money. That's why you finna leave him. And talking about she want that man to retire. How the hell he gonna retire? Y'all done had to move from a house to a shoebox. Y'all in that little bitty teensy apartment, 1,500 goddamn square feet. You want him to retire? Where the hell y'all gonna stay then? Mia gonna have that man sleeping behind a dumpster, and she's still gonna leave him. Yeah, G, don't you listen to that? You better get your bread up. Said Nick probably seen the most self churn and got envious. Probably did. All them good looking babies, and she done gave Eddie 2 beautiful male children and a cute little princess. Child, bye. Straight at the recycle bin. They barely scratched Robin's name out. Just wrote it in. So anyway, mind you, hold on, y'all. I know y'all ain't catch this because we was all disgusted at the same time at the foolishness. Okay, we was all disgusted at the same time. I know you was, because I was too. But now y'all, okay, how many of y'all remember the trailer at the beginning of this season? How many of y'all remember the trailer? Okay. Remember in the trailer where she was talking to Ashley and told Ashley that she married Michael for money? Y'all remember that? And she talking about, did you marry Gordon for money? Y'all know how Ashley talked. Like a warbling chicken, just like Sheree. And she said, I might have. Now all of a sudden, oh, you need to retire. I don't agree with you going after the people for money. It's just money. I don't agree with that. I'd rather have a family be okay. This, that, and the third. What the hell? But we already seen in the trailer that you gonna say that you may have married the man for money. That don't match. That don't match. So anyway, y'all, we getting ready now to go to Gorton. Girl, you said me and Gordon sit down with a psychic, we gonna know they recycle Robert's storyline. They better not. Out of all the storylines to recycle, Robert and Juan, they better not recycle none of that. Right. Thank you. You know I'ma always clock it and stop it. It'll never go anywhere on this porch. Right, Michelle Sharice. He needs 3 jobs. She probably ran up all kind of bills. Y'all remember that? Talking about I may have. You know I don't forget. Look, Auntie Eva talking about she liked the voices. Do I be getting the voices right, y'all, for real? Because I be trained. So anyway, let's talk about this trip. So they getting ready to go on the trip. And now she's smart as a clam. So they getting ready to go on the trip, y'all. We see Robert calling Miss Gladys to tell her she going. Ashley called a nanny about her children. Grace stuff Gizelle telling Grace she in charge of her sisters. They at the airport, child. Wendy up there in her blue with her shades on, paying that mongoose dust. The mongoose talking about, I'm gonna deal with her the way I deal with everybody, with dignity and respect, or some stupid crap she said. Like, girl, you done already lied on this girl and called her mama a witch. We don't care what you say with your little raggedy self. She's so raggedy. So Ashley had the people in the cars based on zodiac signs. I'm like, who the hell does that? But it was interesting how Robert was up there mad because she wasn't in the car with Gizelle. Now she can pretend it was because she was in the car with Candace. Candace ain't did too much to you that nobody else did. No, she didn't. All she did was not believe you and say you was a fraud, because that's what y'all. My voices be on point. Yes, thank you. I get them right every time. Yes. I'm excited. Brandon say you do as soon as Robert started talking. Girl, I know. Listen, Brandon, I knew as soon as you heard Robin talking, you probably heard my mouth in your ear. Yeah, she was mad. And she talking about something. Ashley, I thought you were my friend. And you got me in the car with Candace. Oh, girl, you wasn't mad about being in the car with Candace. You was mad because you wasn't in the car with Gizelle. I want them to keep y'all separated. Keep you separated, honey. Because when they separated, things is interesting. Yvette say, yes, you do. I like how you do Robin's voice. Katrina, not Joanna Man. Joanna Man needs to go back to where she flew in from. Y'all are rough. Y'all are rough. Caught her where? Where they caught her at? Where the hell did they catch her? Because I didn't see it. I ain't see it at all. I was disgusted by everything I saw them whores do. But we'll get to that later. It was weak and it was whack. And I question the integrity and the intelligence of anybody who was entertained by that. Tony said, I thought Robin Ashley came on the mic for a minute. Oh, I did it that good. Yeah, she was like, I thought Ashley was my friend. Why would she have me in the car with Candace? I'm sitting there like, oh my God, this Vera DeMilo, baby. Southern Charm say, trying to figure out why Wendy keep letting them talk about her mama. Those are fighting words. You know why, Southern Charm? Because I think they're doing it, trying to get a rise out of her. They want her to behave. They want her to behave disgracefully so bad, so they could say, oh, look how she acting. It's like those self-fulfilling prophecies. When people provoke you or do their best to pick and poke at you until they get a reaction, and then they play victim. They haven't been able to play victim with Wendy. So that's what they're going for. Yes, Robert do sound like Ernie. Yes, straight up Bert and Ernie. That's why you my girl. That's why you my girl. So yeah, she was mad because she couldn't rub Gizzard neck legs. Oh, not the legs. Not the leg. What was she gonna be doing? Trying to rub the swelling out of them? Hey, Noble Genius, what's going on? Listen, don't y'all forget that engagement button. Bianca is reminding y'all in the chat. Hey, RJ. Lynette says, seems like Robin can't think unless her lips plastered to Gizelle's backside. Oh, is she sucking inspiration out of Gizelle's behind? Oh, y'all, this is deep. If anything, Wendy caught Nanka with the receipt she been putting on Twitter, but that's later. Okay. listen, listen on that curb. I can't wait for that scene either. That's the scene I was waiting for. They fooled us. They made us think it was gonna be on the night. They want Wendy to snap so they can have a reason. Yes, and so they can say, "Ooh, the big aggressive black lady." That's what they trying to do with their weak selves. Mo better say yes. Wendy still has her dignity. Neck and shoulders have been humiliated for years. They want company. Ooh, girl, you better do it. So anyway, child, they gets to the hotel or whatever. Before they even get to the hotel, they in the car. Gizelle steady trying to push Robert on Karen. I'm gonna tell y'all why they doing it in a minute, okay? Because I already see through the bull. So she tried to, you like, do you love Robert? She was like, I mean, I like her. And Karen with the, Karen analogies don't be making sense. We love the grand dame, but sometimes her analogies be confusing. She talking about it's the pie and half the pie is in the freezer. I could deal with half of her and the other half is in the freezer. And she say that Robert just be lying, and she say she'll lie for one all day, all night, and basically the half the pies in the darn freezer. Okay, that's what she said. Now Ashley put Robert in a penthouse talking about because she under so much stress. Karen still talking about that pie while all of them sitting in the room, and Robert talking about, I thought we squashed it. Yeah, you hoping she squashed it. Now let me tell you why. She hoping that Karen squashed it. Let me tell y'all why. She hoping that Karen squashed it because as long as Karen is not gonna let her off the hook for that lie, they can all focus on attacking Wendy and calling her mama a witch. And that's why they got this whore here to do it for them, that mongoose. Because they know if they do it, we're going to call it for what it is. And they were hoping if they brought in a sellout to do it, then nobody would call it what it is. Baby, we all see through you. That's all this is. They sitting there like, no, this ain't going to work. But Karen basically saying the rest of that pie ain't coming out till she stopped lying. She say it's still some lies, and she ain't cleared up them lies, so that pie going to stay in there. And she say it's a cheap pie from Safeway. And basically, it ain't gonna be no, oh, we fake, we made up. Let's go on. Let's pretend like we cool so we can attack somebody. No, sugar, not working. We still gonna focus on that lie that you told. We still gonna focus on the fact that you hid your real life. You got the analogy? Dang, I didn't get it. I was confused as hell. I just wanted me some tater pie at that point. Honestly, I just, I got hungry. Yes, you was craving apple pie unnecessarily, right? Yes. Say definitely doing the black on black crime movement with Wendy. Yes, trying it. They were trying it. Mm-hmm. It tell you say Karen said that she don't have to clearly explain anything to everybody. That's right. She don't. She don't. We still don't like her. We still like her. Give me Chef to say it's the production too. I think Wendy knows they're trying to push her out, and that's why she started her channel. I think so too. I definitely think so. Girl, that mongoose get on everybody's nerves. Got done Ricky Ticky Tabby. Yeah, she said a $2 pie from Safeway. Mm-hmm. So Karen says she gonna throw out the rest of the pie whenever them hoes stop lying. Now that's just what that's gonna be. Oh my God, my sis showed me so much love on Cash App. She said for educating and gossiping at the same time. This my girl, Mo Better Flower Petals. Let me send you a heart back, sis. Listen, I appreciate y'all. I be on here burning calories, trying to, gossip, tell a joke, and keep it real at the same time. So they all get to their rooms, y'all. It's over the construction site. They looking at dirt piles and cranes and Caterpillar trucks. The heifer didn't even get them rooms poolside. Y'all don't see this. Bravo really feel a certain type of way about these non-clear women. Okay, they really feel a certain type of way. So again, they got the construction zone. I'm gonna go ahead and put the StreamYard in the chat because I really want to hear what y'all got to say about this mess. But I have a lot to say too. I do. I truly do. But they ended up going poolside. So before everybody get there, you got Candace, Wendy, and Karen out there. And she you know, they just talking. They asked Wendy how she doing, and she's like, I don't really care. I don't know that girl. I ain't got no energy for that. It just kind of is what it is. Um, you know, it was, I could dig it. She said she still don't know her. Ashley shows up. You could tell by the look on her little strange face that she desperately wanted to be messy. But the waitress showed up at the time when she wanted to jump in and try to be messy, and it was awkward for her because she couldn't just jump into the mess. She couldn't glide into the mess, and that's what she wanted to do while they was ordering. Then here come Gizzard and the mongoose, and so Karen tries to bridge the gap between Gizelle, Nick, and Candace. And she was like, y'all two, it's awkward or whatever. And she basically like, Gizelle, when Candace around, you don't talk, you real quiet or whatever. And she was like, no, everything fine, whatever like that. And Candace didn't even play the role with her. She was like, child, she thinks if she does not speak to me that I will go away, and my black behind is sitting right here. And let me tell you something. When I tell you I was tickled, I was tickled. I said, that goddamn Candace, you better say it. And she was like, no, I just think for the best, it's best for the well-being of myself and my children if I just don't do blah blah blah. And Candace cleared that mess quick. She was like, girl, it was my bonus children, my husband, and my family that was harmed by the lies that you told on my husband. I said, all right, Candace, you better clear. Because I was trying to follow Gizelle's logic. How did your children, your lovely daughters, come into this conversation? Because Candace didn't lie on your lovely daughters, but you sure told a lie on that woman's husband. Yes, you did. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. Say for the saying Karen was like, I got this much grace for you left in the freezer. Oh, yep. And Karen said, you better be glad I got you in the freezer. You better be glad, is what she said. Now, Nova Genius said, Candace say, my black arse ain't going nowhere. That's what she said. That's what she said. Y'all, we got a sister up here. Hey, Callie Nola.
Oh, hey y'all. Can y'all hear me? I might have to take
Hey.
this headset out.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
finish
This
real quick, and then I'm gonna get
show,
comments. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna
uh,
get in here real quick, and I'm out. So listen. So after that happened, Gizelle still in the confessional line and stuff, talking about, what he did to her. He made me uncomfortable. He did something to her. And what she did, it affected my family. Sitting up there, her jowls was just vibrating and shaking. And that's when I noticed that girl really had cellulite on the bottom half of her jaw. I have never seen nobody with cellulite on their face, but Gizelle has it. I ain't lying. Go look at her. So then, y'all, Robin and Mia, they cut to Robert and Mia with them wide backs walking down the street. Robert had on one of them net dresses we used to wear to BCR in Daytona back in 94, 95. I don't even know where the hell she found it, but she got it. And she walking around showing her butt was a see-through net dress with that beat up body. Mia up there with her spandex, that cheap spandex on her wide back. And she up here telling her this story about the lawyer who stole and got disbarred and off this self. And she did a fake cry, not one tear in sight, and she was able to turn it off immediately. Then went to talking about you went through something different. Then she tried to fake cry again, talking about she felt guilty and started smiling and fake crying at the same time. That was just awkward. And then this scene right here, and I'm gonna hand it over to Callie Nola because I know you got a lot to get off your chest, girl. So then Karen went to talking about the pickleball. Gizelle went straight to the witchcraft. Then they tried to tie what Mama Susan said going off on Mia last year to this witchcraft talk. So Wendy did what she was supposed to do, which is read exactly what Mama Susan said with no editorializing. And so she did. Robert talking about that's threatening. Ashley talking about something. I mean, that gives reason for pause. Karen was the only one that realized that that was a prayer. Like, what's wrong with you? And Wendy went on to say that it was an issue between Lebeche and Ivy. They had a thing going. They was friends. Now they not friends. Neka still trying to hold on to the lie. No, it was about you. Like, girl, bye. Whatever. Ashley still trying it, talking about you want to be the only Nigerian there. She's nasty as hell. She's not that girlfriend. Hey, Nick Ogor. Um, then she went to talking about you was on she was on the phone this day, and this day, and they talked for this many minutes. That's still not a transcript of the conversation, but whatever. So they talked, you know, red palm oil versus canola oil. Like we don't know what the hell they was arguing about. And then she actually said all 40 years of her life. That's why I wanted y'all to put a pin in the fact that when Mongoose was at the doctor's office complaining about not getting a baby and finding out that Ike got a low volume of sperm, that she said she was 35. Now she talking about in this scene all 40 years of her life. Girl, how old are you? Okay, it's giving another meal. And then this long, drawn out, boring conversation. But I want to slide back up to this, and I want to let Callie Nola get hers in. Hey, WD Rose, talking about what Wendy's mother had to say. The fact that these whores could demonize a prayer, I see why Mama Susan called for Holy Ghost fire on Mia's head. If I'm praying, I'm calling for Holy Ghost fire. So literally, this lady is saying you're a demon. She was calling for the all-consuming fire of the Holy Ghost to consume you. You vapid whore. She did what she was supposed to do. And what it really says to me, while Gizelle sitting up there with her jowls, cellulite, and double chin, swollen ankles, and disgraceful life, talking about somebody working together for evil, ask yourself why you don't realize that somebody's praying. How you don't know what a prayer is? You ain't never heard nobody in warfare prayer calling out Holy Ghost fire? Like these whores just literally sat up here and told us that they're a bunch of Jezebel, not just Jezebels, heathenous Jezebels on their way to hell and about to bust it wide open. Somebody called for Holy Ghost fire and you say it's witchcraft? Really? Now that's when you desperate for your xenophobia. That's when you desperate for it. Hey Nick, shout out from H Town. I know that's right. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Italia, thank you for the super chat. Say one, I think Gizelle won't Chris. She do. Two, Gizelle lies, and when she's under fire, she lies. Fire for her lies. She ropes her family into the mix and try to turn down the heat. Yeah, she roped them in and pretend like her family is being victimized because somebody calling her out for her bull. Yes. Cause she looked like that mongoose from that story. She looked like Ricky Tikki Tavi. She looked like she about to jump on a cobra's neck right now and bite him. Yeah, the former first lady of a church and don't know what a warfare prayer is. Girl, go to hell. You probably going anyway. Mo better say, can we go back to calling Nick Jezebel again? No, no, no. Y'all know Jezebel was an overachiever. Giselle could never. Jezebel would never live in that she shed in the woods. She married a whole king and was running the show. She ain't on Jezebel level. Yes. Right. The devil flees when prayer goes up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Lala taught you that word, but I told Lala, don't give her that type of credit. Jezebel worked hard. Okay. Gizelle is sorry. Shannon say, Pennywise, didn't you just go to her son's baptism? Wasn't there nothing but prayer and the Lord around? Yeah, that's why Wendy shouldn't have had her there. Y'all gonna learn about them tramps. Auntie Eva said, now you know Nick don't know nothing about prayer. Look at her life. Ooh, that's a read. God dang. Are you saying we could look at her life and tell that she don't pray? Whew. Girl. God almighty Mo. Now that's heavy. Ooh. Whew. Why my sister on the phone just sent me a cartoon picture of this mongoose Ricky Tikki Tavi. You say, look at her life, God. Kelly Nola, are you ready to weigh in? Because our sisters in the chat is dragging these women for filth. Whew. Nina Ross said they
Oh,
really told
okay.
us they don't go without saying they don't go to church. Okay, because the church was happening. Girl, come on, give it to me. They dragging hard. They dragging hard.
Oh, I agree.
Come on, Kelly, save me. Whew.
I agree with the chat. This was
God
disturbing
dang.
to
I'm looking for
to
you to save me from the chat. You agree with that. Golly.
mm-mm.
Come
This
on,
I
Kelly.
haven't really I have not really been watching this show like that. I'm at home sick and there was nothing else on television. So that's how I ended up watching this show. This
Uh-huh.
was really sad to see black people. Um, it,
Yeah.
acting out internalized racism upon each other like this. This was disturbing because I kind of feel like it's like, do they even realize what they're doing? This is not okay. And I'm going to say this, even if that lady is not Christian, does not mean that that lady is evil. I don't like that. And I kind of feel like that is one of the
But she
tactics that
is
they,
Christian. Well, not well. She's Catholic.
well, yeah,
She
but even
that
if she
I will say
wasn't,
this: Catholicism and Christianity. Yeah, Catholicism and Christianity are different. Now, I will say
yeah,
that Catholicism is Catholicism. Christianity is Christianity. However, somebody saying warfare prayers against you is not witchcraft. Like, let's cut
agreed.
the bull.
Agreed. And to
you
be
know,
perfectly honest, I think they know that. I just feel that they are just allowed to just
yeah, them
run
whores know that.
rampantly and do all kind of crazy stuff unchecked. Like Nia is like, I just don't know why this lady
But
would
you,
say this. I'm like, you threw a drink on her daughter.
but you know what else, Kelly? You know what else though? They've been dying to pull this crap with them. They just needed somebody from the same culture to open the door so they could engage in it. As soon as they could open the door, now they all jumping all over. And it's like you showing your true colors and we see you. And we're not gonna pretend like we don't see you either.
Yeah, you know what I think their real problem is with Wendy? Wendy, to me, her and maybe Karen are the only ones on this show that really give Bravo housewife. Because I watch the other franchises. These women would not be
Hmm.
on those
Yep.
franchises, including Atlanta. They would never let these women on these shows. And I think that, they go to these
That's
sort
true.
of Bravo events. They see the other housewives. They probably watch the other franchises too. And I think they know they don't belong there. But Wendy does. And
Yeah, they
and I
do.
think that that is the problem that they're
Karen
having
does.
with Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, they
One
can't
of them.
really mess with Karen in that way because of the way when they try to come at Karen, there's the way that Karen handles it. You know what I mean? Like Karen just
It's the
kind of,
way that Karen handles it. It's the way that Karen handles it, Kelly. But you know what else it is? It's also the fact that you can't use those coded microaggressions against her in the same way because her complexion is very similar to theirs. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You can't pull that, oh, she's aggressive, she's threatening, I'm afraid type stuff with her. Because baby, she could flip it right back on you and y'all on an equal playing field.
yeah.
It irks them. It irks them. They can't do it. Hmm. It messes with them. But they hate her just as bad.
And
They hate her
I
just
think,
as bad. And
and
what's worse,
yeah,
what's worse to me, sis, is that they know what they're doing. They open the door. And I think at this point, now that everything's been filmed, because of course, the season is playing, so that means filming has wrapped. I think at this point, they see that it was a flop. They see that they failed. I want to see what they do at the reunion personally, because they see that they failed miserably. And Deborah Randall, thank you for the cash app, sis. I sent you a heart back.
and them going round
So
and around as
tell me
to,
what you thought about it.
oh, well, them going round and around as to whether or not Wendy knows this woman. To me, it's this kind of, I almost feel like the woman has almost admitted that she doesn't personally know Wendy. So I don't even understand why this is even
Yeah, I don't
still
know
an
you.
issue. They know some of the same people,
You know why?
and yeah, but they don't
Because
know
she
each
literally
other.
made everything about because she made her storyline proving that she knows Wendy somehow. She has a connection to Wendy somehow. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
this
this
is just,
is she really was trying to connect herself to Wendy Osefo and it didn't work and now she's mad at Wendy for it.
I don't even like the narrative that,
Desperate.
oh, Wendy just wants to be the only Nigerian on the show. It's just something about that that's rubbing me the
That was so
wrong way.
disgusting.
I don't like that. I don't, and I'm
Girl,
not.
did that not piss you off? Because it pissed me
Yeah,
off.
and full disclosure, I am ADOS American. I've, you know what I mean? The only Nigerian I know is on my DNA test. But
Yeah.
it's just something to me feels
Right.
very wrong about that. It feels it's given some sort of racism undertone. I almost feel like this is a thing of we got these black women to enter out in act out racism, and it's palatable because they're black, they can get away with it, so let's just get them to do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting
Right.
from this show. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's and they don't have anything else to offer because they're not rich. So we're not getting the glam moments that we're getting from the other franchises, or the quirky rich women with their, weird personalities. We don't get any of that because these people are not wealthy like that. These are not, and I've said this before, these are not Bravo housewives. And there is something about this
At all.
franchise where they are not required to be what everybody else is on the other franchises, including Atlanta. So I don't know what is
Mm.
happening. I think that maybe they may have picked a city that is hard for them to cast because the people that live there may not want to appear on this show. And they don't want to cancel the show because it gets decent ratings. So they're just trying to throw anything together. That's my only thing I could come up with as to what is happening on this show. And I also think that there is an issue when you sort of have people that are there, like Ashley, I know for sure, and I think Mia is too, that are not actually black. They're biracial. So it's kind of like they can come into a black space and not really be
Hello.
black and start doing racist stuff and get away with it.
Right. Right. And they get a pass to be openly white supremacists,
Yeah.
openly racist, and everybody gives
Mhm.
them a pass because they got a drop somewhere. We
Yeah.
can't even prove where that drop is, but it's a drop somewhere. So because you got that drop, you can make all of these stereotypical statements. You can use all of your microaggressions. You can do all of it, and we're not supposed to call it out.
Exactly. No,
Brandon Martin said it looked like a lynching to him, and I agree.
no, and then the black women that are there, instead of them checking Ashley, I don't know if Mia is biracial, but I suspect she is. Instead of them checking that shit, they're just going along with it as though they're just like those women. No, Ashley is not black like you are. And some of the stuff that Ashley does and says, it should not be allowed by those women
She
sitting
letting
on
you
that
know
show.
she not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She
but
she
they and they
doesn't
the
yeah.
fact that they allow it, the fact that they continue to befriend these people, it does it all. And Brittany Janae, you on point. What's worse is Wendy don't even know Neckbone's in-laws, as you call her. Her sister knows Neckbone's in-laws. You don't have one picture anywhere near Wendy. You got a picture of your cousin in-law next to Wendy's sister. Like you were reaching, honey. Right.
Well,
Wendy
this
and
is
Candace
what's
ain't kissing
really
next Daria. Ain't nobody finna kiss that mess.
but what's really confusing to me is that I kind of felt like the woman had already admitted that she didn't actually know Wendy. So I don't even know why this is even still being talked about, because I kind of understand what's happening. They know some
Because
of
they
the
didn't
same
get
people.
they're still talking about it, Callie. They still talking about it because they're trying to get a reaction out of Wendy that they didn't get. Wendy didn't give them what they wanted. Instead, she flipped her weave at the girl and told her it was a flop.
Because even at the end,
That's
I
why they're
think
still doing it.
even with the at the end, I think Wendy just got kind of twisted up, and what she was trying to say is that I don't know you, not I don't know my sister's friend. I think she just got kind of twisted
Yeah,
up.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
No,
Um.
she ain't getting twisted up. She's mad because Wendy how y'all say it now, standing on business since that's the new thing.
I guess so. I just heard it for the first time
Edwin say
last week.
Wendy don't even know Libby. Yeah, Edwin say Wendy
Oh,
don't know
she
Libby. She
only
only
knows
knows of
Levy.
her.
She
Yeah,
don't
she know
know
her
the
sister is friends
other.
with her.
Yeah. I mean, that would make
She
sense.
don't
It
know
happens
Libby at
all the
all. Her
time.
sister is friends with Libby. Yeah, my sister has a lot of friends that I don't associate with.
Yeah,
Hey,
I may have
M
met
Guerrero,
them
girl,
one
where you
time,
been?
but I don't know them.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't yeah, this is
Hey,
to
Emma.
me this is just really it's very strange. I don't know. I don't think they should have brought this woman on the show because I just don't feel that her story was strong enough to be a housewife. Maybe she could have been a friend of or something like that. I don't know why Mia is still there because I was thinking that this new person was either going to be replacing Robin or Mia. Instead, they just added a new person, which is
Mm-mm.
odd because they usually, if they bring on a new housewife, is usually to replace an exiting housewife. So I was surprised that both Mia and Robin were even still on the show as housewives. I thought if they came, if at least one of them would be demoted to a friend. And Mia definitely should not be on the show because I think Mia's a con artist. I don't think Mia ever had any money. I think that they sort of
Yeah, she
pasted
is.
together some things to get on the show, and once they got on the show, they didn't have the money to maintain it, and the story started to fall apart. And that's what I honestly believe
Yeah.
was happening. I don't think that I don't think G was ever wealthy. I don't think they ever had money like that. They just kind of concocted a facade to get on Housewives because Mia had been trying to get on there for a few years. She's in the background of some
Yeah,
events
she
from years
had,
ago. Yeah.
but here's the thing that you can't discount. She did have a job with that company, so they were paying her a salary. That's what they was able to do that on, and the fact that her husband was actually the CEO and not her with her lying tail, I'm sure he was paying her at a ridiculous rate, which actually added more cash to their household. So that's why you saw the dramatic drop in what they had because they didn't just vote him out. That they took away that source of income as well. So they voted him out. That's one source of money, and then they fired her, which was another source of money. So that's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. Because she was
Yeah.
basically able to write her own check. Her husband was writing her check, and that might have also had something to do with why they had a problem with her saying that she didn't want the brothers children working there and this and that. Because I guess they say, hell, you don't want us working here because you paying yourself all this money. You got to bear all that
Yeah,
in
no,
mind.
I definitely think they were doing something funny with that business, but I think that the reason why was to get on Housewives, is to make it appear that they were rich. Um, Remember he was supposed to buy her a G Wagon and we never ever saw the G Wagon? And I'm like, girl, you should have had one when you came on the show. There's stuff like
I
that
mean,
that,
not if
like
she
I
ain't want
said,
one.
on
Like
other
that type of stuff. That type of stuff, though, I don't do because the fact that these people, and I said, I said this last year, Kelly. Anybody who was paying 10 racks a month for rent, you say what you want to say about them now. They had something
Yeah, but how long were they
because
able to
care
do
how much
that?
it don't matter why. It's like we can't argue 2 points at the same time. We can't say, oh, they didn't have the money, and then say, but why did you have the money? So clearly they had the money. The issue is why they had it. We can't say they didn't have it because they was paying 10 racks a month. Now I know I can't do it, and Papa made good money, but we can't do no $10,000 a month. Can you?
I can't, but I'm
Now
not
the
on
way Robin
Housewives.
was living, and the way Gizelle out there in that shed in the woods. Now the way Robert was living, oh, we probably could have swung that when she was in that townhouse and all like that. Oh yeah, we could have swung that. Giselle in the she shed in the bushes that she bought and having to fix on, and it's a whole obstacle course in the yard. Yeah, we could probably hang with that. But we can't hang with no 10 racks a month. Like, let's not front. Like front and make us look crazy. Like, let's not front. Now it was some money in the mix. It was some money in the mix. Now I don't know where the Negroes got it from, but it looked like somebody snatched it back.
And do you believe this story that she's
Whatever
telling
going on.
Robin? Do you believe the story that she's telling
Hell
Robin?
no.
It just sounds too fantastical. It sounds too convenient. It just, I mean, unless
Well, I
there's some
don't
proof.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why I don't know. Because of the fact that G co-signed it in that counselor's office. That's why I don't know. Because that man thought he was in there for real. He thought he was finna save his marriage. He ain't have no idea. That girl had done already met her man and made up her mind. So I don't know. I do believe the man could have offed himself. I do believe that G is going through the legal, avenues to get the stuff back. What I do not believe, I do not believe Miss have no crisis of conscience and she feel guilty because the man got children and the wife. I don't believe none of that because that heifer was fake crying with no tears and laughing at the same time. Now that I don't believe. But I believe something happened to the man who stole some money. Now I believe somebody did some stealing and then something happened to him. Now I believe that. But I don't believe that she felt guilty about nothing. I don't. I think she was probably excited something happened so she'll have something to talk about. Now that's what I think. Lel say she did have a G wagon when they was in the rented mansion, but she don't have it no more. Yeah, she probably had to send that thing back. How's she gonna pay it? Hey, Allie from Miami.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I had too many windows open. It was echoing.
Okay, girl. Well, tell us what you think.
The fact that RHOP is a dry episode, it was cringe. One part, I think it was two parts that was cringy to watch, is when Ashley, Mia, and Gizelle was in that store and they were talking about Wendy and how
Ooh,
they believe Becca over Wendy, how they know how many seasons. And I was like, to me, it was just the epitome of colorism. You got these, I hate to say it, you got these three light skinned people going bashing
it
how much
really
they hate
was.
Wendy. They take like this story that this woman they don't even know for 2 minutes, right? I say, oh, she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. I'm like, you don't even know this woman. And the only reason why you're jumping on it because you hate Wendy.
Yeah, they have no reason to believe that woman at all. I think it's more than just colorism. I think it also has to do with the fact that they know that they have no business being on Housewives and Wendy does. And I think they feel inadequate next to her. I watch almost all the franchises.
Sisters,
These
y'all,
women
I'm over
wouldn't.
here clutching my chest. Help me, 911. Help me, please. Callie, help. Listen, why Wendy done posted these screenshots of the messages between her sister and Lebechi? And she said that yes, reasons being Lebe evil was name dropping me, calling me her cousin to get a BBL. The
About a
whole squad
BBL.
full of clout chasers. Oh God.
Mm.
Yes, she name dropped Wendy
I
Osefo and said that was her cousin to get a BBL, girl. I
Yeah,
believe
I
her.
saw those tweets. I saw those tweets,
I'm
and
gonna pass.
that's what it took me a while to come on the live because I saw those tweets, and it seems to me, seeing that is the fourth wall breaking down. It's like, okay, now I see why Wendy would be upset if someone's trying to name drop her when you don't know them just to get whatever they want, and then now you want to be mad at her.
Baby,
I'm like, y'all was in the wrong.
girl, did you read these screenshots?
Yes,
Cause I'm finna read them if y'all didn't.
you can
Y'all
read it
ain't you
again.
said
It's
you read
hilarious.
them.
I read it. It's hilarious.
Mm-mm.
Listen,
I haven't. I'm not even really following the
listen,
show like that.
Callie, you ain't read them, girl.
Mm-mm.
Girl, well, let me read this here to you. This what Lebechi done wrote to Ivy to Wendy's sister. Hey, 20, I need a favor. I'm trying to get a BBL. I know you posted the doctor you used, but wasn't sure if you had an in with him in quotation marks. His schedule is booked until next year. I know surgeons can do add-ons if they know you. Can you or your assistant please request if they can squeeze me in? I'm throwing Sam a party in February next year. I need my body to be snatched with a bunch of D's. I already alerted his practice that I would ask my friend to assist, and they said it's between my friend, you, and the manager to get me in. Then the next one say, hey, boo, I know you extremely busy, but I couldn't resist and had to lobby for an appointment with your doctor by name dropping. So yeah, my appointment got moved to December. Anywho, I I ordered your book. Good job, 20. Keep oh no, this was to Wendy. Keep making Team Wendy proud. So Wendy said, "Oh, really? Send me a screenshot of your book order." And she sent back the crying face emojis. Ooh. So you did name drop, and this was y'all. This was last year in September. Oh,
Which is probably
baby,
around the time the
y'all done
show
made Wendy
was
go get the
filming, maybe.
actuals instead.
But there was another tweet before that.
Yep. Instead of talking about a phone record, talking about the length of a phone call, baby, this is actually what the conversation was. Ooh, stop it! I see. This is gossip. Wendy, you know how to gossip like that? Y'all knew Wendy knew how to gossip. Wendy knew how to gossip like that. Wendy could gossip, y'all. I didn't know that. Y'all knew that? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Listen, that took me out. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Whew.
Yeah, this franchise, like I said, I've kind of checked out of it. I'm surprised people are still, like, the ratings are still decent, that people are still watching it. We'll see how that fares. But I don't know. This was this disturbing to me that they didn't see what they were doing. And I'm like, do you guys not see that this don't seem a little racist to y'all? It just like,
Yeah,
y'all
they
not
don't
seeing
care.
this?
That's who they are. They just wanted the ability to do it. And the mongoose gave it to them. That's all. They didn't want to do that to her. From the minute she didn't kiss they behind and let them make all these narratives about her husband and destroy her husband's character, they've been wanting to call her all kind of nasty, disgusting, xenophobic names. They've been wanting to do that ever since.
It's really giving me the energy of the conflicts that were started on the continent that kept people fighting and having war so that we could be sold over here. That is what it's giving me. It's giving me like, okay, this is that same energy, but it's now being done on this
It's giving me
silly
something different.
reality show.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's not what I'm taking from it. What I'm getting from this is the plantation owners mixed children with from the slaves sitting up and saying all you Negroes do witchcraft. Now that's what it's giving from me. And you switch out Negroes for whatever derogatory term you want to use.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what it's giving.
Yeah.
Because you know that's how them people think of us. That's how they think of us. You know they've been pissy as hell ever since Haiti got their independence. You know it's all hell.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you also have this NECA girl. She's involved in that too. That's what I'm saying. It kind of seems like this is like a conflict that somebody is starting amongst Black people so they can get something out of it.
But you gotta, but Kelly, what you missing is always gonna be a Steven from Django.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be a Steven from Django. Always. That ain't nothing new. And half the stuff that those people were able to do to us is because there was always one of us willing to be a traitor and a sellout.
That's true. And then Gizelle up here talking about something. I talked to Jamal and he said that this stuff is real. Who the F is Jamal?
I mean,
Jamal to me is this another con artist just like Mia. Like, I don't take Jamal seriously. And I don't know why anybody
she don't either.
Gizelle got me rolling on that one. She talked to Jamal. First of all, Jamal needs to get himself together with his trying to call himself a preacher. I wouldn't go and, because you was a once upon a time want to call yourself a first lady, you should have shut all that thing down from the get-go. But we already know, oh yeah, that's right. You follow Jamal and he's just as bad. So I don't expect nothing more from Gizelle. I mean, she was full of crap when she was saying that foolishness.
Well, I also think that Gizelle likes to
Mm-hmm.
attach herself to Jamal to try to make it seem like she's somebody because she doesn't have anything going for herself. But in reality, her and Jamal have, are like damn near 20 years removed from a relationship. Like when I watched the other Housewives franchises, they would have had two other husbands after Jamal. Like, why are we even still talking about Jamal? You guys have been broke up for so long. Those kids are almost grown. I just
Well, see,
like,
at this point, I don't even care about Jamal. Like Jamal is the last cheating husband I give a darn about. Jamal done left her. He is currently, according to Monique, slinging his big D all over Atlanta. I'm more concerned with Ike slinging his ding-a-ling all across Potomac over there at the University of Maryland, and the gentleman saying that he's the down low brother. Now that's what I'm concerned
I
with.
have a feeling them
Like, can
people
we
gonna
get
be
on him
gone
with his
off this show
low
after
volume
this
of smoke?
season. No, I have a feeling these people gonna get their behinds right on off this show after this season, and we
I
ain't gonna
mean,
never hear nothing about them never again. I just have that feeling, especially with those rumors going around. They gonna get their behinds off this show as soon as they can.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Nneka's too vain to do that, because for you to want to be on reality TV and even inkling know that there's something about your family, why would you go on reality TV? This is why they like to do it. They like the attention, so that way when they want to divorce each other, they already got so-called receipts.
But for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, this particular franchise feels like they don't have to be housewives. Like they don't have to bring anything. They don't have to behave like the other housewives. They don't have to have the money. They don't have to keep themselves
They don't
together
have
like the
any
other house.
main
It's
character. What
very
they gonna
strange.
bring? They ain't got it. But clearly they don't have it. You can't get blood from a turnip. They ain't got it. Couture Bay says she was fighting his side chicks in the church parking lot. Yeah, that's what Gizelle was doing. I want to know if the mongoose gonna fight. I want to know if that mongoose gonna fight them undergrads over there at UMD, or if she gonna try to get into it with the gentleman that he's down low with, allegedly.
I don't know. I'm still trying to wonder why Robin's still on this show.
Oh, child, and Wendy say the people. Hold
Mm-mm.
on, y'all. Hold
Robin
on.
and Leah.
Wendy say that not only now we already know that hold on, Wendy, we already know that the mongoose Nneka is paying the bots on social media, but now Wendy say they paying bots to attack her children.
Yeah, I
That's a
saw that.
problem.
I saw that on a tweet.
That's a problem.
And that will get you kicked off Bravo.
Yeah, that
It
would.
really will. That they will let you go for that.
Especially if you buying bots and
But
attacking.
that's but the question is hold on. But the question is, will it really though? Because they let a large Hispanic gentleman attack this black woman, and she's still working. So you mean to tell me you can physically attack somebody, but some bots on social media get you out?
Well, that's what happened in Beverly Hills with Diana. She had some bots going over to
And
Gizelle,
Lisa.
the son's account, and she's no longer on the show.
Lisa gone too.
Yeah, Lisa was
And
in it
Lisa was
too.
a big part of that show, and they got rid of her.
Yeah, they got rid of her, and that happened last year.
You know what I think happened with that incident with Mia? Wendy did not follow through. I believe that Wendy could have got her kicked off the show, and she did not do it.
I agree 100%, because if all she had to do is go to HR and press
Mm-hmm.
she was physically attacked
They
twice
may have even asked her,
on
what do
the
you want to
show.
happen?
She was physically attacked twice on the show, and yet
But I don't believe
she's
that.
able
I'm
to do the whole
gonna
season.
tell y'all why I don't believe that. But I don't believe I don't believe Bravo would have done it because Monique dragged Candace pretty good. And Candace went all the way to the court of law. It got put out, but she went all the way to the court of law. And they still offered Monique a contract. Monique declined. So I don't believe she could have.
Well, no, I think after that incident went the way that it went with Monique, because yes, they did offer Monique a contract, but also you had people saying we ain't filming with her. It
Yeah.
wasn't as simple as Monique was trying to make it seem. And from my understanding, they only wanted her to come back for a few episodes to kind of wrap that up. And she was trying to make it seem like she was being offered like a real contract. I don't know if that's true, but that's the rumor.
Because remember,
Now,
season 5, she was only in it for half the season because pretty much most of the cast didn't want to film with her. And if she went on, it would be the same. The only one that wanted to film with her at the time was Karen and Ashley. So she would only be in it for just a few episodes. But again, remember, that's how Phaedra ended up being off of RHOA, because nobody wanted to film with Phaedra after the incident. So
that ain't what happened. No, ma'am, that is not the truth. She ended up going because they wanted her to apologize, and she said she would not. She said she would not. And to me, that is very telling. She would not, because in her mind, she felt like she ain't told no lies. And to be quite frank and honest, I still don't believe Phaedra lied. Phaedra was told something and she said, that's what I heard. To me, repeating gossip is not lying. I heard something. I didn't say it's the truth. I can't swear on a stack of Bibles, but that's what I heard. Same thing with Neka's husband. I can't swear that he's screwing them young girls over there at University of Maryland, but that's what the young girls told me. Now, darn it, that's what I heard. I ain't lying on him, but that's what I heard. Okay? Just like I heard on Twitter, the men, after she paid Instablog Nigeria to post that stuff trying to drag Wendy and her family, when the gentleman got up under that post and started talking about, what he was doing in the dark with the down low people. So we heard some stuff. Phaedra ain't lying on that girl, and I wasn't mad at her for not apologizing, and it ain't stopped none of her money. But that is why she's not back, because she would not apologize.
There is a reason why Phaedra
you better tell them, we keep track of the gossip. We keep it straight.
But there's a reason why they're still working at Bravo.
Phaedra's still making money.
There's a reason why.
Phaedra's still making money because Phaedra didn't do nothing wrong. That's why Phaedra's still making money. But that's why, because she ain't do nothing in Bravo. No, she didn't do nothing.
Here's on these franchise, there's a bunch of people that said stuff and won't apologize, and they still have a job.
I don't really know. You know what I think may have honestly happened? I think that they just wanted to shake the show up. And if you remember that season after Apollo had left, Phaedra wasn't bringing a whole lot. And I think they wanted to get rid of someone to shake the show up. And it just ended up falling on Phaedra, and it had nothing to do with that incident.
That makes more sense.
Because Phaedra is still employed
absolutely
there.
Did have something to do with that. It doesn't matter. She was no longer on that show because she was not willing to apologize. Candy had turned it into, oh, you damaging my brand because of drugs and putting my drug in people. So they wanted her to apologize, and she would not. That is why she's off that show. There's no other narrative. She did not apologize. That's what happened.
I'm gonna say
that is legit what took place.
Now I'm gonna say this about Candy. I think that we are starting to see in society that there's a pattern where we have these people sort of doing sort of like this weird, deviant type of behavior, and they make it seem like it's something cool. And years later, we find out that they really are doing something inappropriate to people. So I'm not accusing Candy of nothing, but what I'm saying is it's not impossible that Phaedra was telling the truth, because you have to look at, there is a pattern. And this has happened with a multitude of people now.
But y'all, this is what y'all keep overlooking. This is what you all are overlooking. Phaedra never said she saw her do anything. Phaedra never said Candy told her she was going to do anything. Phaedra never said there was a conspiracy to do anything. Phaedra said that she heard something.
No, that's true.
That's why we know she didn't lie, because you can't tell me what I didn't hear.
Look,
if I call you on the phone and say, Kelly, girl, I heard your man cheating on you. I didn't lie on him. I told you what I heard. That's not that does not a lie make, repeating what you heard. So we know for a fact Phaedra didn't lie, because she said, I heard something. Now, I'm never going to say Candy drug somebody or whatever, because half the stuff that's being said now on social media is a bunch of bull crap. Like, literally, you make too much money and you black, we're going to say you a Illuminati, you kidnapping people, you a sexual deviant, or some other ridiculous lie. And anybody who corroborates it, we're gonna say it's the gospel truth, and everybody gonna talk about it for 6-7 months straight until it's proved to be a lie, and then everybody whispers and pretend that they weren't on the bandwagon. Did I get the timeline right? That's how it go. I'm not gonna put that on her, but I do believe it was said, and I do believe Carlos King was the one that said it. And I'm not mad at Phaedra for repeating what she was told, and I wasn't mad at Portia for telling Candy what that's what people said about you.
And that's the
Right,
other thing.
Tony. She's
Portia
still working
wasn't
in Bravo,
let
so
go.
obviously she wasn't fired for lying, right? Because nobody lied. They simply said, I heard something. Like, you on a housewife show that's all about gossip. Gossip is your business. Us bloggers and commentators who gossip about you keep you in business. How the hell you gonna fire somebody for gossip when you need the gossip to keep your show going? Simple as that.
That is true because they always
It's
bring about gossip
gossip.
and mess.
Candy was full of crap, and a lot of people fell for it because most people are not smart enough to pay attention to details. So she was able to hype it up, cry like a billy goat, and people fell for it.
No, I noticed
Yes,
because
Monique did need to take her own advice because she did take.
no, I noticed because even after the incident, when she said how much it could have damaged her brand, every chance she gets, she somewhat brings it back up, and then of course Bravo have to do the flashback of that reunion. So Candy never let it go because she knows that it kind of made her. I hate to say it, relevant. In the meantime, but at the same time, she wants to boohoo and whine and cry about it. It's like, which one
Relevant.
is it, Candy? Pick one battle. And then,
If
as I said, I never understood. It's like, if you're so pressed
Because
about this lie,
y'all,
then why are you
not,
friends with Portia, but yet you can't forgive Phaedra? They both were in it.
if Candy was so worried about her brand, she would not be hanging out with Tiny. Period. Point blank. She would have cut Tiny off years ago. So
but why
Candy is
wouldn't she be
not
hanging
worried about
around
her
with
brand.
Candy? Like that's her whole group.
Yeah, but I'm saying
But
if
Kelly,
she was worried about her
we
brand
can't
to that
go
degree
by that either because
that
they don't
she's
hang
trying
around each
to
other like that no more, and
pretend.
they're still friends and they're group mates. Right. But what I'm saying, but this is what Candy tried to do. Candy tried to conflate issues. She tried to pretend as though Portia and Phaedra accused her of drugging someone when literally all they did was say, I heard that somebody said that you said that. That's what she was saying. Now, had someone actually accused her of that, that could have been damaging. Honestly, because by the time you're talking about slipping somebody an intoxicant, that's a felony. So that really could. It's one thing to be sexually free and freaky, and it's another thing to be a sexual assaulter for a felonious person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that could have damaged her brand. So I'm not gonna play that, those type of things. And let's be honest, her and Tiny are not, they don't hang around like that. They both have said that on the record, and that's still her group mate. So it wouldn't make sense for her not to be friends with her group mate. After all, they've already pushed the only girl that actually could sing out the group already anyway. So what's she gonna do? Push Tiny out too?
No, what I'm saying
One
is
of the
this.
most
I'm not saying
recognizable
she
members in the group. So
shouldn't
push her
talk
out
to
too. You
Tiny.
know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying she shouldn't talk to Tiny. I'm saying the way that Candy was portraying, oh, this is affecting my brand so much. If you really truly was that paranoid about your brand, that
And
Phaedra
like,
just
I'm with
merely
you on that.
saying that she
What I'm
heard
saying is, if they
something,
had actually,
you know what I mean? Phaedra
yeah,
just saying she
I'm with you on
heard
that.
something.
I was just like
Yeah.
saying,
And
if they
if
had
you're that
actually made
paranoid,
the accusation, then it would have made sense. But I'm with you on what
yeah.
mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is if you're that paranoid about your brand, there is no way in the world you would have this narrative out here that you're friends with Tiny. So that doesn't even make any sense. She wanted to get rid of Phaedra. She was mad at Phaedra. They had a falling out. And she wanted
Yeah,
her off that show. And
yeah,
she saw an opportunity and she took it.
yeah.
Because her and Phaedra fell out behind Apollo and Todd trying to help Apollo. And Phaedra felt like it was a betrayal of their friendship and all of that. They just had a big falling out as friends because they were actually hanging out as friends. They weren't just on the show together. And so I think that it just went left from there. So the minute Phaedra did something that she could sort of twist to try to get Phaedra off the show, she did it. But I'm glad that Phaedra's back on TV. She's still
Yeah, me too.
working. She's still doing good. You know what I mean? It didn't really impact her life like that, like that. Now, these people on Potomac, I just really feel like they need a reality check. I think that
Mhm.
somebody needs to take over the production of this show and saying that this show is going to run just like every other city. And if you don't have the stuff to be a housewife, you are out of here and we are going to recast this show. That's what I think needs to happen.
Just recast it. Throw them all away. Just recast it because this is one show. It's like it's only the fourth episode and it's painful to watch. And it's like all they want to do is, I mean, it's one to throw shade and read a person. They're just straight out trying to attack them and it's baseless. I still don't understand why NECA and Wendy are at each other's throat. It seems so superficial. It's cringy to watch. It's
But
just
but can we ask this question? Can we ask this question? Is Wendy really at her throat? Because it looked like it's one sided.
I get it is one
It looked
sided.
real
That's what
one
makes it
sided to
so
me.
cringy because it's like you seeing this new girl. She's obviously thirsty. She's trying to like make a point, and I'm like, but where is this coming from? It's just like it's worse than fake friendships that we see on the show. It's like fake beef, and we're like, but why are we watching this? Why are we watching this? It's baseless, and
I
it is.
don't know.
And then you want to
I
throw
agree
Well,
with
they
you.
have it on
her, and then
the
and
production,
I'm sorry, and I'm
but they
like
have it on
about,
the screen.
and I don't like how
I
they
was
go and
saying
act
they
with
we're
each other. It
seeing it
just
on our
triggers me.
screen because production is complicit with trying to push the xenophobia.
This is
I don't
sad.
like how they go after Wendy's mother, calling her, saying she's in this darkness. I don't like it. It's cringy. It's triggering. It's wrong. I mean, she's not on the show. She's not a cast on the show. If you're going to read, you got to know how to read. And obviously, we know NECA doesn't know how to read, so she needs to be off the show. Don't leave people's family out of it. If you don't know how to read the girls on the table across from you, do not be on the show. Just shut up and go home.
I
Yeah.
personally do not even like this sort of idea that if someone isn't Christian, they're evil. I don't like it at all. And I know the atrocities that have been committed all around the world based on that philosophy and the energy behind it. I, it is to me
But
this
but
This is
Callie,
my
network should have never
problem. Why
aired
are we
this.
even
Wendy and her
discussing
family
any
are
other religion
Christian.
when we're talking about a lady? But this is my problem. We're not talking about any other religion. Like how much of a huge percentage of Americans are Catholic? Like we're not going to pretend like if you worship God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost, that this is a different religion. This is the same religion. This has nothing to do with that. And actually trying to migrate the conversation into some other traditional African beliefs is crazy because that ain't got nothing to do with this. That is more of the same xenophobia with a different skirt on.
That's what I'm saying.
The
But they're
lady is
trying to,
Catholic for crying out loud.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is they try to make her into something she's not. They
Yeah,
bring the
melanated
slander
energy hit
woman
right.
thing
That's
all over the
Mecca,
place.
the mongoose is trying
It's
to perform
yeah, it has nothing about
for her white master.
religion
That's
or
exactly what she's doing.
yeah. It's not about that. It's the fact that you're trying to make something that is not, and then going after this lady and just basically slandering her name, and that's not okay. And I'm not picking one religion over another. It's like you're just straight up lying about this woman, and it's not
Yeah.
What's
okay.
even worse, Ellie? Do you know? Do you know what's
And
even
she's not
worse?
even a
What's
cast member on the show. She's
even
not a
worse
cast
to
member on
me
the show. Why are
is
we
basically
casting
we're
her?
saying that if you have hold on. It's like basically we're saying if you have an accent or you're from somewhere else, even if
Yes,
you're a
Yeah.
Christian, we'll
That's
call
what
you a
it's
witch.
yeah.
When
yes,
everything went
and
on
that
Mm-hmm.
online with
and
them between
and
Mia
that's why it's so
between Mia
crazy.
and Wendy and Mama Wendy went off on her, and all she did hold on. And all she did was speak Igbo, and they were like, "Oh, she's putting a curse." I was so horrified. I
Oh, see,
said, "Do
I
you
didn't
mean to
catch
tell me
that.
that our minds have become so
That's what
buck
makes it
broken
really
that
cringy to
anytime
watch.
somebody speaks the name, like hold on?" And I'm like, have we become so conquered and buck broken that if someone speaks their native language, it's got to be a curse. Are you serious? Do you realize a vast majority of us spoke these same languages or come from people who spoke these same languages before you were ever stolen and put on a freaking slave ship? Like, I found that so disgusting. And I saw from last year, the way they did that, I knew what direction they were going to try to go in.
Yeah.
100%, 100-mile-an-hour xenophobia. And that's what they're doing.
The thing is, that part where Wendy was reading what her mother said about Nia, well, you know, Nia assaulted Wendy twice. I'm going to always say that. That passage, that's something that I did not take for putting a spell. That's something I think she was trying to sit there and say, look, I know I'm going to say something, but I'm going to pray
First of
for you.
all,
that wasn't a spell.
So we don't have to get.
No, but that's what Nia was trying to say at the table.
Let me tell you something.
That was do a curse, and we all know that's not what she was trying to do.
I understand that, and that's what they tried against tonight. But it's not about trying. The lady was praying. That's called praying.
That's what I was saying. Because I know,
but this is my point.
That use those exact same words. Yeah, I know people in my own life.
She was trying to do nothing. She prayed.
Those type of words when she prayed.
Do when you are doing that.
Yeah. But like I said, my own mother, when she prayed.
But the bottom line is that's why I didn't give that a whole lot of conversation. Because the bottom line is what we not gonna do is pretend like prayer has to be said like Ned Flanders on The Simpsons.
No,
okay?
No.
And the lady was praying. And she's supposed to do when you encounter demons like me.
Out of it.
Lord, you're supposed to pray. You're supposed to pray out loud, and you're supposed to pray. Hold on. And you're supposed to pray warfare prayers, and you're supposed to pray with conviction, Holy Ghost, and fire. And that's exactly what she did for that demon called Mia. Now, what she need to do is go into warfare against Gizelle too. Gizelle need to be next when she go into warfare, and then she need to hit Robin. And matter of fact, if she wanna open up the prayer line, I will agree with her in prayer against those demonic whores. I will.
You know, Gizelle needs a reality check, and I wish that instead of bringing this girl on the show, that they would have brought an actual woman on the show that, you know, is really just giving the Bravo housewife and would give Gizelle the business. Gizelle has no business being on Bravo, dressed the way that she's dressed, carrying a fake bag. I would love to see her try that in Salt Lake City. They would eat her up.
Salt Lake City.
She couldn't do that in Atlanta. She couldn't do that in Atlanta.
Them girls couldn't do that in Atlanta. We know she couldn't do that in Atlanta at all.
Oh, she couldn't do that in Atlanta.
Gizelle, to me, I don't understand this privilege that she is being given. She is not Nene. She's not bringing that type of personality to this show. Gizelle can go. Gizelle is not housewife material. And the reason why she looks the way that she looks is because she don't have the money to keep her looks up. I'm sorry, she should have had a facelift like 10 years ago.
I mean, we already know this.
She don't need to be on Bravo, her or Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley full of crap too. Because Ashley really I don't like Ashley at all. I think Ashley's a little bit racist. I don't care if her mother's Black. I think that she knows she's not Black. And this is an issue that happens with a lot of biracial people. And then you have somebody like Gizelle that's thinking, well, I'm light-skinned, so I must be like her. No, honey, you're not like her. Her daddy is a white man. Yours is not.
Can we be honest for a change? If Ashley got, not only that, her mama ain't even Black. When y'all gonna tell the truth by one day? Just one time tell the truth. Sheila,
yeah,
there's something going on all the way Black.
Yeah, there's something going on there. Now I don't know how
to stop this foolishness. No, she is a clear girl with about a half a drop of Black somewhere down the line. We don't even know where it's at.
That's true, because we ain't seen them grandparents. I'm just saying.
At all. And look at Uncle Lump. Ain't where the Black at?
Mm.
Where is that? I'll wait.
No, Ashley is
I'm gonna
extremely
wait right here.
problematic. And then
I'm waiting, Kelly.
yeah, and she comes on this show. Oh, Michael's
At
just
least,
so
at least when it
rich.
comes to
He's
me,
just
we know
so
her
rich.
real
We
good.
ain't seen no luxury from Ashley ever. I would love to just take these heifers and dump them in one of these other cities and watch them girls eat them alive. Because them girls will eat them up. There is no
Here's the
franchise
problem.
they can go on with that
Here's the
BS.
problem. And this is Kelly, you know now Kelly, you know I done clocked y'all about this stuff before. Why y'all think y'all know what the men got based on what they allow the women to spend? Why do y'all think
It
that?
don't matter if she can't bring it to the show. She don't need to be on
Michael is not
Housewives.
about. But no, but that's two different issues. If you're gonna talk about the one, talk about the one. Because at the end of the day, those men did not get rich by allowing people to waste their money. That's number one. So why do we do that? If the show is about the women, why are we talking about the men pockets like we seen a bank statement? The only bank statement we know about was Juan and Robin with their $37.50. Now that's the only one we know about.
No,
That man, I believe he first of all, not only do I believe he got money, I know he got money because I went and researched and found out that he is a real colonizer making millions over in Africa, disenfranchising black people. He's a real colonizer. So y'all need to stop that. If y'all want to drag home something, drag home the fact that she went and married Montgomery Burns and he won't let her spend more than $20 at the Safeway. Now that's what y'all need to drag on. Sitting up there playing connect the liver spots with that
I'm gonna be
corpse.
honest. It doesn't matter if she can't bring it to the show because this is Housewives. It doesn't matter if she
but this is
can't
the
come
thing.
to the show.
It matters. But Kelly, but this is the point. Then, if it don't matter, then y'all need to quit talking about the men pockets because y'all don't know what they have. And then when some of us bring it to the forefront and keep it real, then it don't matter. If it don't matter, stop talking about the men pockets because y'all don't know what they got. You don't.
No, that wasn't even where I was going with that. It doesn't.
And let me tell
To
you
me,
something. It was not hard to find out. But
no,
this is
that
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
really
But
where I was going with that
no,
though.
I got you. But I stopped that because I understand. But I stopped you when I had said something about this last year and I had to bring it back because it's just the truth. We got to stop that because it make us look crazy because we don't have that kind of money. And you know what else? It wasn't even hard to go on Google and find out what this man is doing over there in Africa. He's making millions of dollars, disenfranchising and stealing minerals from the continent. That's what the real drag is that she on the housewife show with a rich, half-dead corpse of a husband who won't let her have more than $20 in her purse at a time. Now that's the drag. And I would like to know how, because what you can't do is look like the crypt keeper crawl on top of me and not pay me. Now that's what you can't do. That's why I don't have no problem with Mia taking Gordon money and taking off when he ain't got none. But go ahead. I just had to stop that because we got to stop doing that. We got to normalize not talking about people pockets when we ain't really researched to see what it is.
Well, I just think that if
That's
that's the
all.
case, then this is not the
Right,
platform for
Mobetta.
her.
Darby has true stolen wealth, true colonizer.
My whole thing is this, like I said, as a
And that's
watcher
true.
of
I
the
agree.
New Jersey
It's
is the only one I don't watch
not
anymore.
until she can get Montgomery Burns to turn a few more dollars.
Yeah, New Jersey is the only one I quit watching. The other ones, even OC, I still watch a little bit. I just really feel like Potomac is being sort of treated.
I like
Maybe
Jersey.
they
I
just
don't
don't need to
like
be
them people up there
housewives.
in
Maybe they need to be
California.
something else. Because I feel like they are being given this preferential treatment to be mediocre. And because they're mediocre, they're doing this foolishness that we're seeing because they're not showing the wealth and doing the things that the other housewives are doing. And they're not being required to. And that's why I don't care for this show.
One of the main reasons that we getting a whole lot of filth. Hold on. One of the reasons that we getting a whole lot of the filth that we're getting is because Bravo keeps trying to make Gizelle the face of the show and she don't have nothing. So the
Gizelle shouldn't
only
be
thing
on
she
the
can do is
show.
stir up mess, and all they can do is stir up mess to try to support her.
Giselle shouldn't even be on the show.
But they want her to be the face. The clear people want her as the face. They do not want. They don't want a black face as the face. They want her as the face. He and I know he's doing dirt in Australia, Dr. J, but he's also doing dirt in Africa. I got the receipts in the word of Mariah Hook. Hold on, y'all. Go ahead, keep talking.
No, what I'm saying is this: Giselle shouldn't even be on this type of show. She, this is not the platform for her. It's not. I mean, maybe if they had a show about ex preacher wives or something like that, where she would fit in a little bit more. But I have even heard this from several people that have been to these Bravo events. Giselle is very standoffish. She does not fit in. She does not blend with the other housewives well. And I think that that is a lot of their resentment toward Wendy. Wendy is giving Bravo housewife, and they feel like she's coming in there raising the bar and making them look bad, and they don't like it. They're resentful of her. I don't know. Something needs to happen with this show.
Child, they feel like she. I don't even think Gizelle is thinking about it that deep, Callie. Gizelle is confident in white supremacy and her proximity to whiteness. Like that's what the hell Gizelle is confident in. She feel like Wendy makes her look bad because Wendy refused to bow down and continues to remind her that she's beneath her in every way, and she is.
100% point.
That's why she feel like that.
100%.
Because she don't feel like, oh, she making one of these brown skin girls with more money than me, more class than me, more everything than me, and she won't kiss my butt. They ain't seen you in a minute, boo.
I have to be very
Yes,
honest.
Mo Better hit the nail on the head. Neck is for the clear audience. They relate to her, and she's giving Madam on the Plantation. Exactly. That is her position. That is why Bravo holds her there, and they feel like this is what appeases the other half of the audience. Like that's what this is about. That's why she's able to make the statements, and this is what they wanted for her.
I guess.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't really see the
get rid of Wendy
fascination with Gizelle.
It's her complexion. Why do you not see what's going on?
But there's several women on the show with that complexion. If she was the only woman on this show with lighter skin, I would understand. But she is not.
But let's tell the truth. Can we tell the truth, or do we have to pretend like we don't get it? Because I mean, it's very clear. It's very clear. Robert is gonna walk around and act like a man. Gizelle don't look like a man nor act like a man. You got Ashley who gives barfly. Everybody see her and see muscular barfly. That's all she got with the crackhead mama. Then you got Mia, who is a Yeti / sofa surfer, couch surfer. She the only one that can really play that position and play to that clear audience. And that's why they want her to be the face of the show. Robert could never be. She's
Gizelle
a dude.
gives broke. Giselle gives
that's
broke.
A whole dude. Right now, if Robert reached in her drawers and pulled out a jock strap, nobody would flinch.
Well,
Mia could never.
Robin
she came on as the stripper from the steak and lobster evening gown strip club. It could never be Ashley, Miss Barfly, who wears lots of spandex, rainbows, and dots. The only one left that could play the I'm going to turn my nose up at the darkest on the plantation position is going to be Gizelle, born from a colorist Daddy Graves Bryant. She's the only one. I don't know why y'all don't want to tell the truth. Sit up and play like you don't know what it is. You know what it is. Pink Dynamite say Wendy's educated, married, lives in Potomac, and has streams of income. Yes, she does. All of those
when
things.
Gizelle
and
got on the show, there was no Wendy.
With all of that Pink Dynamite, Gizelle feels like that lady whose life and everything else should bend down and kiss her behind.
But when Gizelle got on the show, there was no Wendy or Candace on the show.
No, they. I think when Candace came out, season 3
Yeah,
or season
I
4.
just I'm gonna be honest
It
with
doesn't
y'all. I
matter. They
don't
still wanted
see
her
the
there to say,
fascination with Giselle. I
But
don't
here's the
see
thing.
it.
My thing is Giselle is willing to do
we're not
what
gonna be
public, what
fascinated
production
with it,
wants
Kelly.
her to
It's not
do.
for us. It's for them other people.
Yeah.
I
Like, what are you
guess.
not understanding? It's like, hold on, Ellie. Kelly, I don't understand what you're not. They don't have her there for us. They got her there for them.
Yeah.
She's there for them.
Remember, Giselle it does what
That's why
production
she's
wants her to do.
there.
That she
When they
goes
first
down to the
started the
gutter.
show, they threw all the people in together to see what they was gonna get. They threw all them people in there to see what they was gonna get. Sharice introduced them to everybody but Karen. Karen was the only one that got on her own merit and connections and networking. And once they got them in there, they saw who was who and what was what. And Gizelle was sitting up there as the poster child for ignorant and yellow. And God darn it, she has played her position season after season. A big ball full of nothing and bad decisions.
Remember the ones that produce.
You know that lady ain't there for us. Them people know we don't like her. You know they watch social media. You know they see what we say because every year we see Andy the last couple years repeating what we say on social media in the form of a question on Watch What Happens Live in the reunions. You don't think them people can see that black women don't really check for her, most of us? They know that. They're not keeping her there for us. They know we're not fascinated with her. They know we don't even like her. Hell, by now they know we call her gizzard, accordion neck, slinky neck. They know we talk about her ankles, her cankles. They know we calling her and Robert and rings and neck and shoulders. They know about all that. They know we don't like them hoes. They not there for us. But they got that there for them other people. Y'all
Exactly.
know what time it is. Bravo is racist as hell. And they basically playing in black women's faces. We want your viewership, we want your ratings, and we're going to keep people here who insult you, who damage your image as black women, and we don't care how you feel about it. That's surely what they're telling you. They know we don't like that hoe. They're not confused. They're not slow.
You know, I don't watch
Like, be
this show like
real.
that anymore.
Just be
But
real.
I
They
I
know we don't
do
like them.
feel that there needs to be some sort of boycott or something because in my opinion they have gone too far with this witch stuff. That is just entirely way too racist, and I think that they feel that they can have them do all this stuff because they're all black. So it's okay. But this is completely inappropriate. It was very disturbing to me to watch this episode. I like one of the people in the chat said I did not realize that there were black people that were still asleep like this. This needs to go. Now, I'm gonna be honest,
Yep.
I think this is my last episode. I might try to keep up with Wendy on social media or I'll check in with Candace and Karen here or there, but I think I hadn't been watching it anyway. Um this something needs to be done about this.
Well,
This is out of control.
I was about to say, I think you're in good company.
Yeah.
I think you're I think you're in good company not watching. There are a lot of people, you're not alone. A lot of people don't watch. A lot of people will literally wait till the show go off and they'll listen to us give a review so that they don't have to sit through it.
This is completely out of
Because it's
control.
new
Um and like I said,
and
especially
it's
Ashley,
abusive
because Ashley is
actually
not black.
to the audience.
And Ashley really needs to be checked.
It's
Really, for real. Because it's like you're
it's
coming
all
in
of them.
covertly as this black woman that you are not and doing racist stuff on this show.
I mean, to go back to your point, Seanitra, I mean, if they really were
Well,
having the show for us, why Robin's still on the
Robin
show?
ain't black,
She should have
Mia
been
ain't
gone
black.
last season after the stunt she just pulled. But then they know that they want Robin on the show because
Like I
her
said,
and Gizelle do
they
what they
fired
want to
me
do.
more for less.
Yeah.
No, I think that they
Like I
saw.
said, like I said last year, and like I said this year, they fired Kenya Moore for less.
You
and
know
Robin's still
what?
on here.
What happened
They
was
fired
Robin
Kenya Moore.
started trending on social media because everyone was upset and they were all talking about it. And so they saw those numbers and thought, oh, this will be good TV to bring her back and see the fallout. They don't really realize that sometimes people trend because they're
No,
kind of
they
on their
didn't.
way
No,
out
no,
and
the hell
people are
they
sick of
didn't.
I
them.
don't buy that.
Kelly, you gonna dislocate your shoulder.
No, stop. I
Kelly, you
can't buy
gonna
that.
dislocate your shoulder. No, the hell they didn't. They did not bring her back talking about it was gonna be no good TV. They brought her back and then thought that they were gonna gaslight us with calling Wendy's mama a witch and we were gonna forget about it, is what the hell they did.
Yeah.
They did not bring her back for no good TV. They brought her back because it was okay for her to do it, but it was not okay for the black girl to do it. Now that's why they brought her back. They owe Kenya Moore not only an apology, but they owe her back. They owe her back pay. How do you file her for something and reward another helper for doing worse?
Yeah, just to pick up on that, like think of it, like if that was the case, why did they get rid of Nene Leakes in the first place? If they're talking about being trendy and bringing in good ratings, even when Nene left, she still has a following. She still has people that follow her. She still trends. They're not bringing Nene back, so
no, rumor is that's not true. The
didn't
rumor
have a choice
is
in
they
that.
are in
They
talks.
tried to cut that woman. They tried to cut that woman's money, and she said bye. So it wasn't like, oh well, we know Nee has the following, let her go. It was, we want to use you. We want to spin narratives around you, not pay you, not give you episodes, and we can paint you any way we want to, and you're not even gonna be on the screen to defend yourself. Now that's what that was about to be. And when she left, they didn't have an option. So they didn't choose like, oh, Nene, just leave, Nene,
yeah,
leave.
Nene was never fired. Nene, like you said, they wanted to cut her episode order.
It's one of those quick fires because if you want to keep Nene Leakes, you pay her what she is worth. So if you want to cut her pay, of course she's not going to be like, I'm not taking this pocket change.
But you keep forgetting that Bravo is racist. Why do y'all look for Bravo to be fair to black women?
No. I'm not saying that Bravo's not racist and cutting her pay. I'm not saying Bravo's not racist cutting her pay. That's just proving my point. If you really sitting here talking about, I want to bring her on, keep Bravo on for her being trending and clicks and likes, then you wouldn't let go or underpay Nene or whatever you want to do with Nene because you know Nene has a following. But that didn't matter to you. So that doesn't explain why Robin's still on the show. She on the show to be gaslighting, and if you're the only option is
Robin is still on that show.
Don't stream, don't watch the show. That's the only option.
Child, Robert is still on that show because she could do worse than Kenya Moore and keep that job because she's not black. And doctors say they waited for Teresa to get out of prison and still put her as the top earner, and stayed.
I agree with one of the person on the chat where they said Candy's getting what Nene should have been giving 100%. Candy is getting what Nene should have been given because Candy ain't doing dilly squat in that show. Besides talking about her sex thing, that boringness between her and Todd, her raggedy ass business, her dirty ass restaurants, and yes, she's paying top dollars. That don't make no sense. But that's for another conversation for another day. Sitting out there giving chicken with salmonella, and then had the audacity.
I know that's right, girl. Tell us how you feel.
It could just be a thing that Candy fan base
hold on.
really likes her, and we just ain't her fan base.
Ellie, hold on. Ellie, are you saying she might be serving? Ellie, are you saying she up there serving salmonella chicken delight? Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Is that it?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Well, I was just asking. Don't get me. I didn't say.
And then what a charge
the salmonella chicken. I didn't do it. Don't get me. I didn't do it. I'm just asking.
Well, one thing I will say, I'm not convinced that those restaurants are actually profitable. I think that she's floating those restaurants as, to say I have these businesses. There's too many issues with those restaurants.
But
performing
I
arts.
mean, can we be honest? I've never heard her brag that they were so
No,
profitable. I never heard her do that. She just has them.
yeah,
That
I
is
never
true.
heard her brag on their
You're right.
profitability. I never did that.
You're
I never
right.
said,
People
yeah,
just
Never heard her do.
assumed. You're right.
I don't know if
She's
they
never
She
put a
has
said
profit.
never
that.
said, "Oh, we made millions of dollars
Yeah,
last
people.
year just
Yeah,
off of the restaurant." Never.
yeah,
And Atlanta's one of
yeah.
those
There
towns
you go. She's
that
never
people
done
love
that.
to go to
You know, I
restaurants.
believe in the truth, man.
I mean, Atlanta's one of those towns that people love to go out to eat, find a good restaurant spots here. And I never once sit here and talk about, oh, we got to go to the LOG. We got to go there. They got good food. Nobody goes there to eat because that's
I've
like
heard
being
bad
working on
things.
that with your
Mm-mm.
life.
I've even heard bad things about the parking. Like I've heard
I
that
mean,
it's just poorly ran,
yeah,
and they've been in business too long to
yeah. Well,
be
people
like
don't go
that.
there for
Here's the
food
thing.
and all that, and I
All I know
think
is when
that's
you have a,
fine. Like, if we hold
oh,
on,
sorry.
if we're gonna be honest, business is about making money. Candy did not go to anybody's culinary school. She is there to sell an experience. The experience that people is paying for is a chance to see her or one of her relatives in the restaurant. And if that's what they get, then that's what they're actually paying for. So I'm not knocking her for okay, your food ain't good. Hey, the food ain't good. She ain't forcing nobody to come there now. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just have to be real. If a celebrity opens a restaurant and the food is not great, you know why that restaurant is open. That restaurant is open for the celebrity
Mm.
experience. It's open, hoping you gonna run into somebody that's on the show. Hoping you gonna run into one of her celebrity friends. That is what that is all about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not mad at her business model. I don't think it's great to sell salmonella chicken. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? If I had my choice in what I'm gonna serve, it wouldn't be salmonella. But I don't have a problem with any of them out here for public ridicule. You ought to be making money from it. That's why I don't have a problem with Wendy opening businesses. I posted Happy Eddie selling the Happy Eddie reefer.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah,
I
I
I
could
thought
like
that
the
say
was
merch
absolutely
too.
ingenious and funny.
that's
Because if
cute.
you smoke
Yeah.
enough reefer, you're gonna be sick. And but I'm just saying, like I posted because there was a picture of the reefer container that Wendy had posted online, and I said, well, I like that. Go ahead and sell your reefer, Happy Eddie. I like it. You know what I mean? But that's what they're supposed to do. The question would be is why are there people like Gizelle and Ashley and Robert who really aren't capitalizing off of this experience? And why is it that it's a issue when they see Wendy opening businesses? Auntie Eva
You know
say,
what I think? I think that it is
I
hard
appreciate you for not
to
cooking salmonella chicken. Thank you.
I think it's hard to have these brands when you're a villain on these shows. Because yes, you're a villain and you stay on the show because you create chaos and
I don't know.
confusion, but who really wants to buy
It can
makeup
swing
from
both
you?
ways.
I think in reality
Yeah, well,
TV,
that too.
especially this dynamic of a
And the fact that
setup,
it never gets fabulous. I think in order to sell fashion or makeup, you have to be somebody who actually gives glam and fabulous and fashion.
Yeah.
And she doesn't give them, so he'll pay it. I can dig that down to the bullets and biscuits.
Yeah, I mean, what
But
could
if
Giselle
Giselle was
possibly
if Giselle
sell?
was a stylish villain, I feel like if Giselle was a stylish villain, she could have sold makeup or whatever if she was stylish, but she's not. Um, I feel like she could easily sell compression stockings. I think she could sell um maybe home improvement items. She's always improving her home. I could see her doing a Lowe's commercial. Get your Giselle Bryant blinds. I could see that because she always working on her house. If it matches what we see her do. we don't get to see her be glamorous and fabulous and fashionable. That's not what she shows us.
And I also think if she's going to show
You
the
got to
house,
play to your strengths.
but I also think if her storyline is going to be her forever fixing on this house, then pimp that house out. Like we should walk in the backyard and be like, damn, is this like a venue? Like what is going on back here? Like, you know what I mean? It should be something impressive. It should be like, wow, now we see why you keep working on this
How
house.
is she gonna do that?
We don't get anything from her.
You can't.
All right, so let me. If she gonna do that, Callie, let me ask you: Are you gonna set? But are you gonna set her up a GoFundMe?
But if she can't do it, she shouldn't be on the show.
Who's bankroll?
See, like this is my whole point. There is no other city that they would let somebody stay on the show.
You
like
keep overlooking that. The clear people want her there. But they want her there. Her job is not to be fabulous. Her job is to get the racism and the colorism over the line. So you keep talking about what you want her to do. They don't care about what you want. They want her there to get their racism across the goal line.
Now, but what I don't understand is why is this not happening on Atlanta? But I don't understand
is important to them.
Why is this same phenomenon not happening on Atlanta? If that is, I just
because you have someone like Gizelle Bryant doing it.
At this point, since you don't want to understand it because it's blatant, like it ain't hard to figure out. This is not Chinese arithmetic. This ain't none of that. This is real.
No, I understand what
what they got her there.
But what I'm saying is that this is not the only
they don't care how
black franchise. It's not.
Ain't nothing to figure out.
But this is the only franchise that this crap is going on.
Because you have someone like Gizelle that's willing to do it.
But that's the whole point. Like, but hold on. That's the whole point. That's the part that I'm not understanding what you're not understanding. The bottom line is they already had the black franchise of the Fabulous Girls. They weren't able to get them to be raggedy and dusty and not dress good. One thing them Atlanta chicks gonna be is flashy if they ain't nothing. So what could they do except get the Trailer Park Girls to come in, not be so fabulous, be a little raggedy, and then I feel like this was the trade-off. If you're gonna have them being fabulous and whatever in Atlanta, then we're gonna have these girls that's being dusty and playing plantation politics in Potomac. Do you really think that even with all the money that Bravo made off Atlanta, do you really think Bravo was excited to be showing affluent, well-to-do black women? You really think so?
A second time?
They had to have something to combat that, to balance that out. And so in walks people like Gizelle Bryant, Robert the Man, Mia the Stripper. This will bring them down.
Well, my solution is that,
and that's what they leaning on.
This ain't the show for me. I do like Housewives, like I said. And I watch a lot of Housewives. This ain't Housewives, so this ain't for me. I can't. They didn't traumatize me too much.
Like I said, most of the people in here tonight don't watch the show. Most of the people in here tonight did not watch the show. A lot of people are just here for the review. Period.
Yeah, they
if we being honest,
they didn't traumatize the heck out of me way too much watching this.
Imagine how I feel, because I watch it every week. I watch it every week, so my sisters don't have to, and I come here and do reviews, so my sisters don't have to watch it. So I'm fully aware, and I get what you're saying. But at some point, if we gonna actually engage in this crap at all, we got to call a thing and call it out for what it is. This is what they doing. This is why they doing it. Ain't no needing us playing crazy. We don't understand it. We understand it just fine, because ain't none of us slow. We know exactly what the hell they doing, and we know why them whores are doing it.
Oh well, like I said, this is enough Potomac for me. And at least that you're here to have the discussion and to bring up these things.
And the fact that I'm being tortured with it weekly, I don't have the energy to pretend I don't get it. Like I don't have the energy. I don't have it in me to pretend. Oh, I don't. Why they do? I don't have none of that in me. I can't pretend not to understand. I understand fully well what these trash human beings are doing. Like I totally get it. I'm not lost. I'm annoyed. I'm insulted, but I'm not lost.
And they keep
It
claiming
ain't
that,
confusing at
oh, they've
all.
had this big ratings hike. And I'm like, how is that possible when so many people have stopped watching this show? So I don't even know if I believe this anymore.
I
These
mean, people don't
so-called
look.
ratings.
I don't know. It depends on if it's being on streaming. They count the streaming ratings too. And if you accidentally watch something and it just so happens to follow your streaming right afterwards as an autoplay, they count that as a view.
Exactly.
So you really got to be
Yeah.
careful when you have things streaming or when you have things on in the background because they will count that. They no longer count just the live view of that day. They count the 2 days, 3 days, 1 week after as a total amount of viewerships, and they count the streaming. So you got to be careful when you like, oh, I'm on Peacock for whatever reason to catch up on something, and then say, for example, I know Married to Medicine show up, but you really don't want to support Married to Medicine, but it pops up automatically, and you're not paying attention to turn it off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do tricks with those auto plays to inflate ratings. Yeah, they definitely do that for sure. But you know what, like say for instance, they said that New York did very bad in the ratings. But this show is like killing it in the rating. It's hard for me to believe because they have similar
They did.
audience. So I don't know if I think they're full of crap with these ratings.
No, it ain't no similar audience. 'Cause there's a lot of us that ain't gonna never watch no New York. It's a lot of us, and you have to look at when you have a black ensemble cast or even a partially black ensemble cast. You also that comes with black viewership, and you can't guarantee that same amount of black viewership on a cast that may or may not have one token black person. It's not the same audience. Definitely, even the people who don't normally watch every night, a lot of times will tune in when some real negative, nasty, controversial stuff is going on. What I don't like is that Bravo is willing to play with our trauma for their pockets.
Yeah.
That's what I have a problem with. Stop playing with our trauma as black people for your gain. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And I'm praying against them too.
Yeah, something needs to be done. I
I
think that
am.
there needs to be a
Just like my mother.
boycott. Something needs to be done because I feel that they aired this episode thinking that we're too stupid to get to see what they were doing. And that's the thing that really made me upset. It's almost like they were like, well, people ain't gonna catch this. They just gonna think this is just some fun drama. Like this is not. It is not cool to be up here calling this lady a witch. That is not cool. And I don't care if. And first of all, I'm gonna say this. Me personally, I don't care if the woman was practicing spirituality. That still does not mean that that woman is evil. It doesn't.
But she's not. So that's not even a conversation.
No, she's not. I mean,
But she's not.
clearly, what
Like that's not even a conversation. The
Wendy
fact that they're
read was a
even trying
prayer. That
that
was
the fact that they're even trying to make it the fact that they're even trying to turn this conversation into that, the fact that black people are engaging in that conversation is bothersome to me because that's not what's going on. It's disgusting. It's giving we just don't like West African women. And I said in the beginning, I said it before, I'm saying it again. If you dislike West African women that much, stop inviting them to come on your show. Just
that is
stop
true. I mean, they
because it's
cast
really disgusting. It's really
they
foul,
yeah.
and you have a lot of women who watch your show of West African descent, heritage, and background, and it's very disgusting. It's very foul. There was no reason for that. There was no reason for it,
Mm.
and they keep doing it until our people stop giving them money. You give them money with views, and And we, as long as we continue to consume, they will continue to play in our faces. They will continue to insult us, to degrade us in every way they can imagine. They're going to continue to do it until I said,
Yeah.
when I first started this stream, the fact that we have
Yeah,
bloggers and
I
commentators
do
that
think.
engage in xenophobia, that engage, hold on, that not only engage in the xenophobia, they engage in the ignorance. They encourage their audiences to engage in ignorance, to say a bunch of ignorant xenophobic crap, like, oh, why are they on the show, and this and all that stuff. This is how Bravo survives. As long as they can get us to engage in their debauchery with them, then we're complicit and they can keep on cooking. And that's what they keep doing. We have to say no. And until we say no, they're not gonna.
Yeah, I don't. These Nigerian ladies are not the problem on this show. They're just
No,
not.
Nanka
I
is a
don't even see
problem.
how
Nanka
anyone
is
could
most
could
definitely a
see it this
problem.
way. Well, no,
Nanka
I'm
is a
saying the fact
problem.
that she's
Nanka
Nigerian is
is a
not
problem.
the issue. The issue is the way that Nek came on the show on some negative BS.
Right. Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
not
Her
because she is
background.
Nigerian. Yeah. She came on this
There,
show to basically be
thank
wielded as a
you.
weapon against Wendy,
Being full of crap.
because they needed someone of Wendy's same ethnicity to come after Wendy because people were calling them out. And
Well,
I don't know. I've
but they
never
didn't
seen
really
anything
need
like this
it.
before.
They only needed that because they wanted to carry. You know, they wanted to be able to carry on with xenophobia, and they know in the world's current climate, with people being more conscious of things, that they couldn't just do it. They had to bring in someone else to kind of do it for them, to be the house Negro, so to speak. And so
Hi,
there you have it. Hey, Aliyah, how are you, dear?
I'm good. I just wanted to add
How
in,
are
like,
you? How's your evening?
I'm doing good. I'm trying not to go to sleep. So I just wanted to add in that if we, like,
I know
if you
that's
guys
right.
saw,
Tell me what you think about all this stuff, baby.
mhm, looking at episodes prior, I saw that Mia sat at the table and heard the voice of NECA and said, "Oh, you're like a valley girl." So it's kind of weird to see black women sitting at a table praising another black woman because she's displaying white traits. Oh, you have that valley girl voice. And because of that, I already like you. It was so weird to me. And okay,
Mm.
just because Wendy does not speak, like she really goes up for her culture, right? They're like kind of downing her and saying she's too much.
So you're saying,
Mhm.
so
Go
are
ahead.
you saying that you feel like they feel like Wendy's not whitewashed enough?
Right, exactly. Like all of those light skinned girls, Ashley and all of them, I feel like they sat down, organized, okay, we're gonna bring this more whitewashed black woman on the show, and we're gonna show Wendy that we're not colorist, or like basically fight their battle for them. And it's like turning me off a lot.
Yep,
I can see that. I could definitely see that. Now, as far as
that makes
as somebody
sense.
who lives in LA, Mia has a fake
Hmm.
Valley accent herself. And when I
Mhm.
first saw Mia on this show, I was like, why is she talking like she is from Sherman Oaks? I did not
Mhm.
understand. I thought she was going to say, oh, I grew up in the Valley in LA or something like that. Never happened. So Mia is a freaking con artist. So her
And also
opinion shouldn't even
Mia's
matter.
storyline right now, Mia said she's basically stealing Robin's storyline from a few seasons ago, talking about her
Hmm.
lawyer died, committed suicide after stealing all their money. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything, but I was like, this just sounds way too unreal. And the way she tied it back into,
Hmm.
oh, we shouldn't sue Gordon's family because I value family over money. It was just ridiculous.
They probably can't sue. Mia, I'm sorry. I think
Hmm.
Mia and Garden, I think they're both con artists. And I
No,
think
he
that they
is
scammed their
suing.
way onto this show. I don't know where they got that money from that they had the first season that they were on, but it's something fishy with the both of them. And I really wish that Mia had
But you
not
know what?
been
It goes
brought
a lot
back.
deeper than Callie. It goes a lot deeper than it goes a lot deeper than the first season they were on. I don't know how y'all conveniently forget facts. Did y'all forget the whole thing when they got into it with Peter and what was being said? They had
Oh
money for a
yeah.
while. Now we don't know where the
Yeah.
money came from, but they did not just
No. Peter came out
money
and
for
said
that
that
first
he
season to
did
come on
business
this
with
show.
Garden's
Y'all got to stop this
brother.
conveniently forgetting. If y'all gonna gossip, no. You gotta go deeper than that, baby. Why you talking about Gordon's brother? No, ma'am, Pam. No, ma'am, Pam. Not while we talking about the fact that they are doing boat trips and boat parties and yacht parties and this and that. They've been spending money like water. Now the only question is how long they've been spending it like that and where they got it from, which that ain't my business because I'm not the federalist. Unlike Candy, I don't get on YouTube and snitch on people and talk about people criminal activities. However, we can't y'all can't just like negate the facts and what done came out in the actual timeline of stuff. The timeline of the things that Peter was talking about when they got into it, that was from years prior. That ain't had nothing to do with they just went and grabbed something to get on no show. That is not what's going on. Now I'm not saying that they may not be scammers. They may well be. I mean, anything's possible. This man was cheating on his wife with a stripper in Miami, hunching her on the beach in public. I don't put nothing past Uncle G. All I'm saying is, if we gonna call something out, we got to call it, and we can't rewrite history. That's all. Talk about it how it went.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but I believe everything Peter said about them people. I do.
I
Because one thing
remember.
about Peter get mad and tell all your business.
Yeah,
When
I
the whole
remember in the
thing came
beginning of the
about,
show.
If they
Peter then
would have
responded
told it.
and said that he was trying to do business with Garden's brother, not Garden. That's what I remember from that. So I don't know
Yeah, we
what
heard
Peter's
about the
talking
doing
about.
business,
He's
Kelly, but did
iffy
you
as
forget the
well.
rest of the stuff that came out? That man went live 3 separate times.
Peter is iffy
But
as
Kelly,
well. So I don't know what was going on over there.
Peter went live 3 separate times. You talking about an excerpt from one time Peter went live. When they went back and forth, Peter went live 3 separate times and dropped tea. Pure
Mm-hmm.
tea. Not just about him wanting to work with the brother. You leaving stuff out. You got to get your gossip straight, sis. Them people been having money, baby.
So
Been
why
having
all of
it.
a sudden when they get on the
What's
show, the money's
interesting
gone?
is the minute them people voted him out of business. What do you mean all of a sudden? There is no all of a sudden when you got voted out and your wife is no longer being paid a salary
Yes,
that you
but this so
control.
happened to
Ain't no all of a
happen after they got on
sudden.
this show.
How is it all of a sudden when we know exactly what happened?
I'm,
What do you
hey,
mean? Like
What
you
I'm
can't.
saying is
Are
this.
you joking? Are you trolling?
No, what are
You
the
got to be trolling.
odds that this would just
Because
happen
like
to happen after they get on this show?
is on the
That's what
show.
I'm
You
saying.
spending this money. It's the same thing that happens to everybody who gets on this show. When you get on the show and you start flogging, them people probably already was suspecting that they was living high on the hog, but they didn't know all their business. You get on this camera, you flogging, you spending, you putting on and G-wagging this and big money that, and we get valet every time we go here and there, and them people felt some
Mm-hmm.
type of way.
Yeah.
It's the
And if you
same
think
way
about it, it's a family business, and Mia's
caught
talking
with her
about
mess.
she's the
You got
owner of the business.
but it wasn't a family, but
her
remember,
mess. Camera. Once you get in front of the camera, what you think about to happen? That's why I
I
said they may well be scammers. They may well be scammers. All I'm saying, if y'all gonna gossip, you got to keep the timeline right. You can't leave out big chunks of stuff and then make up something to go around it.
no, I remember when it first came on the show. I
That
remember
ain't how
Jordan.
they go. You got to
I
tell it right.
no, I know where the money came from. Remember, they were part of that joint care project franchise, and G was on it for like what over like what 20, 25 years. He was
Yeah,
with
we all
that
know
joint
that, baby.
franchise. But I don't you notice now in this season they don't mention it anymore. Every time Mia talks about the business, they say the family business. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a
Ellen, how they
franchise.
gonna
But I'm just saying, like, why
But
did
I believe
mention that
joint
out? What do you
chiropractic
franchise?
was the
And we
family
know,
business.
you know what I'm saying? We know
he's
that
voted
they were part of. You
out.
know, we know that they're part of it. It's almost
He
like
no
they
longer
can't
has
stand the
anything
joint,
to do
huh?
with that. So what are they gonna mention?
But I'm just saying, like before they used to mention the joint,
I'm
but now
saying
it's
he
like,
did mention it. They got voted out. What do you mean?
yeah, they got voted out for their part of the franchise.
How are they gonna mention it now when they were voted
But
out?
remember,
They did mention it. That was the business they got voted out of. What are y'all talking about?
what
They were voted
they're
out. What do you mean? What are they gonna say about it? I sure wonder how the party is doing. What are they gonna say?
no, I'm not saying that. I know where they got the
They're
money
voted out.
from,
They're not there anymore.
but remember, it's a franchise. So
That's
even
not
the
what I'm saying. You're saying they're not mentioning joint chiropractic,
yeah,
and I'm saying how are they going to mention it when they were voted out?
but they
They're
call it the
voted
family
out. What
business.
are they
Yeah,
gonna say?
but they call it
I
the
sure
family
wonder
business.
how the old joint is doing. We're no longer there. Like what you want to do?
Yeah, but it's not called. But it's not a family business.
Now she calling it the family business. Before she was lying, talking about she was the CEO.
That was my point.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed
What do
that
you
now in
mean?
this season, they're not calling it what they was before the franchise. They're calling it a family business, as if the actual joint company said you
Of
can't use your
course.
name
You know, we
anymore.
done
They
already
probably did. They probably did say that. It wouldn't shock me.
but this is the thing. They can't use the name anymore because they're no longer there. They're not there
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Like I'm but this is my point. Like y'all finna send me to bed. Because that don't make no sense. If somebody got voted out of a business, how they gonna talk about it? That's number one. Number two, they did mention it tonight. When they mentioned it, they got voted out. Number three, oh, now it's the director of marketing. So we know it wasn't their business. That's how you got voted out because there was a whole board. So we know that there's no need to mention it. It's not about, oh, they can't say the name. It's no point in saying the name. You no longer have a hand in it. Ain't no more business. Ain't no more. Just like when you go to the soul food restaurant and y'all ask for macaroni and they say, ain't no more macaroni. Ain't no more business. Ain't no more.
But
That's
that's
why granddaddy got to get up and work, try to build the money back up because ain't no more.
so we're just
Like
gonna
that's it. That's all. That's all of it. That's it. Ain't no more. I'm just saying, ain't no more. She lied. She got caught in the lie. It went down bad, and now ain't no more. But y'all got to keep track of what's going on.
I guess that just shows how uninteresting this show is. That the storylines that they do have, we're kind of checked out and not even really following them.
But this is my
Because I
thing,
guess that
and I'm
just
with you on that. I'm with you
yeah.
on that.
That's what it
Like
is. We
I'm
checked out.
to a certain
That's
degree, I'm checked out, but at the same time, but at the same time, Kelly, I'm a skilled gossiper. I can keep the gossip straight, even if I don't like you. I'm gonna know when it happened, how it happened, what you had on, who was riding in the car with you, did the police pull y'all over, who held the reefer. I'm gonna have the story straight, and y'all know that sent me over the deep end of a bridge when y'all can't keep the story straight. Y'all got to keep the gossip straight, or else it ain't gossip. Then we just saying stuff. We got to keep the gossip straight. Like for real. Mia done told 100 lies, and I know it's hard to keep it straight because she lies so much.
oh yeah,
But
Mia
y'all,
is
seriously, it really is a timeline.
Mia is
She's a terrible
uh,
liar.
I have to be honest, being that they added a new person, I'm a little shocked that they brought Mia back as a housewife. I thought maybe at the most she might be a friend of the show or maybe only on for an episode or two. I'm actually shocked that they have that this many housewives, first of
They
all,
want Trey.
and that Mia was even brought back because I don't feel like she's really friends with anybody. I don't feel like she fits.
They want trash, Callie. They don't care if she fit. Don't you get it? Giselle ain't
No,
nobody
I
friend. Ashley
understand
Shownuff
that,
ain't
but I'm
nobody
saying
friend.
that
They just want
normally,
trash.
no, no, normally when they add a new housewife, it's because somebody's leaving. They don't just keep adding housewives and housewives and housewives. It's a little bit abnormal, especially being that they have a budget. I'm wondering if somebody's gonna exit halfway through the season.
I hear you, child.
I disagree. I seen as a franchise where they add a lot of housewives and didn't take anybody out. It just depends on what happened during filming.
I mean, they have had. I think Beverly Hills had a season where they had a bunch of housewives. But then the next season they came back and most of them people was gone. This was years ago. Um, but then sometimes those people just be friends of the show. They don't be actual housewives. We'll see. I might just check just to see if all of these people actually finish the season. Because I'm wondering as if somebody's gonna start drifting off the show. You know what I mean? Like toward the middle of the season, you're gonna be like, "What happened to such and such? We ain't seen her." You know, I'm just kind of wondering because why?
Well,
Typically,
I
when
mean,
they bring somebody in, there's a spot to bring them in, and then we still have
Yeah, I
Cerise.
agree with
Is
the
she still an
comments. They're
official friend?
testing.
if they're gonna drift them halfway through the show, they wouldn't make it
Yeah,
to the
she's
main
still a
cast.
friend of the show.
Okay, so she's still an official friend of the
Right.
show. Um, I don't
Yeah.
know if the lady that we're seeing with Wendy is an actual friend of the show or not. Maybe she's just kind of filming a little bit.
Yeah, she's a friend of the show too.
Yeah, she's a friend.
She's a
Okay,
friend of the show too.
so they got a huge cast. Hmm.
Mm, I
We'll see.
mean,
Yep.
you could have a large amount of friends of the show because you don't have to be on every episode. Is when it's come with the who's the main cast. And I don't think this main cast is too much. We're just gonna have to see what happens next season. Who they decide to want to bring back.
If they all make it through the season, we'll see. I'm just
I mean,
wondering.
I'm pretty sure they make it to the season because they already filmed and they did. They actually
Well,
on the
but they
line.
edit though.
So
You know what I mean? They kind of edit all this stuff together,
yeah,
and
All I can say is this. All I got for this. Hold on, because this is y'all about to put me to sleep for real, for real. At this point, they do need a cash shakeup. They do. They desperately need a cash shakeup. I think that we're never going to be satisfied with what they do because Potomac has made it clear that they have an agenda and they're dedicated to it, and we may as well accept it. Um, as far as Big Reese go, Big Reese is happy to be a bootlicker, and that's just what it is, and there's nothing we can do about that. That's just gonna be what that is. I don't think that Naked the Mongoose is coming back. She didn't do well with the public. Dr. Wendy, they want to harm her, but I feel like they want her to disgrace herself first, and it'll probably still be there, and they're gonna keep trying to take her down. No matter what, they're gonna keep trying to take her down. And black people, black women, those of us who have any type of consciousness and decency, we're gonna keep complaining, but that's not gonna make them stop. Nothing is going to make them stop until we stop watching. Like honestly. And we done been here for 3 hours, and I told y'all this year we not doing 4, 5, and 6 hour lives by Potomac. So y'all have any final thoughts for your family in the chat? I'm just
I just
asking,
no,
want to
y'all.
I
say,
just,
oh,
I'm asking.
I wanted to say
I mean,
that I
I'm
really
with
love this
y'all.
show, and it was my favorite show in the whole franchise. But this season is really dark. Like I find myself not even laughing as much as I used to. Yeah.
Right.
I feel what Ian's saying is absolutely true. That makes sense.
I agree. I agree with
Mm.
Ian. They ain't paying them nothing. They giving them peanuts.
Oh,
Hell,
because
them
they're not
prices
really paying these people. Yeah.
have
Mm.
25 of them hoes. They found them. Hell, they could add
I
three
just want to
more and
say
still wouldn't break the bank. Any more
I just
final
want to say I'm
thoughts?
with y'all. I didn't pretty much stop
Good
watching
night,
it, so I'm
guys.
with everybody in the chat. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I have to say thank you,
What you
Seanitra, for
say, Kelly?
reviewing.
You done checked out, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seanitra, I just thank you for trying to watch every episode of these dry shows. That it takes a lot. So I want to say I appreciate doing the Lord's work, trying to sit down here and review these shows. Cause ooh.
Yeah, it's hard. Y'all make it like honestly being able to come in here and like talk to y'all about the trauma that I just experienced. It does make it like livable, like I can manage it. But it's really like I joke about it, but it's really not cool to watch this stuff,
No,
to watch
it's
their
not
antics.
fun.
So thank you for like considering me and for all of y'all sticking with me after,
Yeah, we
because it
feel
is
you.
not
That
easy.
was that was not cool. Um,
It's not easy at all.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we with you, and I think most of the chat is
At
with you.
all.
That was not cool, and I was just happy when
So
I saw
Wendy,
you
even
on
Wendy will say this.
that other people were seeing what I was seeing. So I'm happy I hopped on with you
Yeah,
guys.
right. Okay, because Kelly, you know I ain't going for none of the bull crap. You know I ain't going for
Yeah,
none
I
of it.
thought I was like, am I paranoid
And
or something? Like this
and like I said
this
before,
ain't.
nah, you ain't paranoid. And it's bad because we get bad feelings seeing things. And sometimes, like, the ignorant people on social media are so loud that if you're not careful, they'll have you thinking you crazy because you don't see what they're
Mm-hmm.
seeing. But I
Hmm.
feel like there's a lot of us who are intelligent enough to see what they're doing. Um, it was a lot. It was a lot. Lord Ian say this is why I need to start reviewing Bell Collective is much more entertaining. I'm going to try. Ian, honestly, I be forgetting. I know you told me it come on Fridays. I don't know what time. I'm gonna make it a effort. Follow me on Instagram, Ian, and inbox me. Remind me, and I promise you, if you remind me, I will watch that show and I will review that show just for you. Because Ian has been faithful in reminding me to try to watch Bell Collective and review the show. Because y'all know I tried to like pay attention to it when Selena was on there for a little bit because I like Selena, but I don't know the rest of them people. But Ian, follow me on Instagram, inbox me, and please remind Auntie to watch it, and I will watch it for you because you know I love you. Okay, all right. So with that being said, you guys, Callie Nola, Allie from Miami, Aaliyah, wherever you are, my love, thank you for coming up. Somebody else came up, didn't they?
Aaliyah,
I thought so. I don't know. My mind bad. Y'all forgive me. Thank everybody for talking with us. Yeah, I thanked Aaliyah. I appreciate you guys. Um, Debbie Garcia, I want to thank you for supporting the stream. Auntie Eva, Rochelle, Brandon Martin, Nick Ogor, Italia, thank y'all for supporting the stream. On the Cash Apps, I want to thank everybody who did that. Deborah Randall, Mo Better Flower Petals, Miss Nisi, my sister Leslie, Dr. J 1913. Thank y'all for supporting the stream. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you guys. But listen, I need to go and get my mind right so I can start back sewing and try to, hopefully I can get to sleep before sunrise. Is what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get to sleep before sunrise. Okay. But I make no
Oh, good
promises. I
luck.
make no promises. Okay. Thank you, Ian. Remind Auntie. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for coming up. Let me pull y'all down so I can tell everybody good night. Thank y'all again for popping up here and hanging with me. I appreciate y'all for being here. This was traumatic, but we survived it together. We all survived it together. And like I said, y'all rock out loud. I appreciate y'all. But y'all know what time it is. It's that time of the evening where I ask you as kindly as I know how. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every time we go live on this good porch. All right. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So that way we'll have you here all the time. You'll be a part of the family. We appreciate you. We'll be glad to have you. The join button is beneath the video if you want to place your crown atop your head. Of course, keep your crown on at all times. Hit the join button. There's a membership link in the description box. We have an Amazon wish list in the description box if you want to send me some goodies. And we have an Amazon storefront so we can all shop together. I hope you guys been hitting the storefront so we can do our Christmas decorating and stuff together. Because that would rock if you would do that. Okay. So let's shop. Let's have a good time. And in the meanwhile, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow if the gossip permits. If the gossip permits, okay? But y'all have a great night. Sweet dreams. Say your prayers. And don't forget, if no one else says it to you, honey, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing, and I do mean nothing, you can do about it. Talk to y'all.